post 50 you started educating yourself further. So that shows you to be a very absorbing mind. What drives you towards this life?
When I did my engineering, I had very strong desire to do MS and that too in US. Immediately after my academics at the age of 20, I applied. I got admission in few more universities, but there was a condition that first trimester I have to financially support myself, and based on performance,
You'll get the
they'll
scholarship.
consider the scholarship.
How does it feel to be in a business which is connected to emergencies? So how did you overcome those years of business, initial years? You're 42 years old in the business now.
So I was basically a supplier. I could supply any electrical product that you wanted. I started the first emergency lighting company in India, and that too in Mumbai. People were surprised and people were telling me, you're crazy. It won't work out. And believe me, it didn't work out.
How do you describe your leadership and whom do you admire as a leader?
Again, I'm a very people-oriented person. So people first and then come the tasks and the business. I take a lot of inspiration from Indira Nooyi because I think I can relate to her. You can be a good mother. At the same time, you can also be a global leader.
What is the type of leadership that you implement and whom do you like as a leader?
I always like to be people's man. People are the biggest asset of any organization.
Absolutely.
They can make the organization, they can finish
Break
the
the
organization. Believe in trusting them, empowering them, supporting them, being with them. It's a learning process for you, for them both.
So welcome to Sante and Sante Table Talks. I'm so privileged. Actually, by fluke, I'm today here. And it's a privilege of mine to be amongst all amazing entrepreneurs. And let me introduce to what we're going to serve you because the concept of Sante Table Talks is about talking. Rajesh ji talks with all entrepreneurs. We get beautiful insights. I think this is the
Sixth one.
Oh, sixth one. See, I am privileged to be one of the sixth part of Table Talks. So I will just explain you what we're serving. At Sante, we try to see that we are giving you nutritious, clean food, which of course you will not feel heavy or burpy after eating it. And I'm sure you're going to experience and let us know your feedback. We are serving you the hot golden turmeric latte. So yeah, in this monsoons, a little bit of haldi is recommended. That's how we make it. And you have a choice of milk, whatever you want to have it with. And pink lemonade, we have corn chodar soup, that is our monsoon special. We have roasted vegetables, ragi panini. So we make breads with ragi and we put a lot of fiber in that. We take care that you have right type of fiber, protein and good balanced food in all the dishes what we serve at Sante. And then we have garden vegetables and tofu fartai. That is one of my favorite. And it's a gluten-free dish with loads of vegetables. The monsoon dal bukhara, again, it's a monsoon, very comfort bowl what we've created for monsoon. And we are ending with a dessert, which is roasted walnuts, date and fig cake, which doesn't have any sugar in it. So it's naturally sweetened with date and fig. And we have lots of walnut in that and made with almond flour. So I'm sure you're going to enjoy the talk and enjoy this sumptuous food. Let us know how you find about it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this was today's...
Such a lovely...
Yeah.
And actually, we are privileged that you are here.
So we can meet up with you. So that's a cameo by Sonal today.
Yeah.
The table talks at Sante. Sante was originated by her want of a restaurant which could serve the type of food that she would enjoy.
Yeah.
In terms of fitness to the body. That's why Spa Cuisine. So it is like a good treatment to yourself with the right type of food.
Yeah.
And she loves to say that if you eat the right food, you will never have to eat medicines.
Yeah.
Otherwise it is the opposite.
Yeah.
So thanks for that. And she is the person who innovates the dishes as per the seasons also. So for every season, there is a curated menu. And she, along with Chef Shailendra Kekade, they ensure that whatever gets made is unique to Sante. And you will find it only over here.
Yeah.
So, Sonal,
Unique
thank you.
but then yeah, it has a lot of health benefits as well.
Without compromising on the taste buds.
On the taste, yes.
And still
Definitely.
adding value to your health.
Yes.
So, Sonal, thank you for this guest appearance.
Thank you. Thank you for making me a part of this. Thank
Have
you
a good
so
journey
much.
back home.
Yes.
Hi friends, welcome back to the Table Talks at Sante, and we have got some very interesting people with a lot of experience, variety of industries, very exciting information, and I loved reading their profiles. Mr. Mahesh Mudda has been a very dear friend, so I know a lot about him. But I came to know a lot more when I actually went through the profile. So we are going to be unfolding it as we talk over a 7-course meal at Sante Spa Cuisine here in Goregaon East at Nesco. So we are having Tavneet Bhalla, the only lady on the platform, and that's good power, good enough. So she is there. She is a civil engineer. She'll be speaking more about herself. We have got
Harsha Joshi.
our very another dear friend, Harsha Joshi. We have got Mr. Satish Khanna, and we have got Mr. Mahesh Mudda. I would like to request each one of you to introduce yourself in brief so that the audience understands what kind of background do you come from, what is the kind of business that you do. So I'll request Mr. Mahesh Mudda to begin.
Thank you, Rajesh. My name is Mahesh Mudda, and I am presently the Vice Chairman and Managing Director of New Consolidated Construction Company Limited, which is, we are celebrating our 80th year in this country.
Oh my God.
So that speaks itself, and my association with this group and family is 40 years plus.
1985.
1985, yes, I started my journey as a young accounts officer with this group. And today this journey has transformed, translated, and the great milestone in my life, because this year, just 6 months back, I stepped into the shoes of the promoter of this company along with one AIF real estate fund. So, we have presence almost all the states of this country. We construct residential, IT parks, hotels, hospitals, industrial. In industrial, because we talk again, pharma is like our forte, I can say, because where we have constructed more than 100 plus pharmaceutical plants for Indian and multinationals in this country. You name it, and probably we have done it that way.
Wow.
So it's a long, great journey. I mean, but as it sounds very good, because as we start unfolding our discussion, probably realize because what it takes to reach here, because I mean, nothing is easy in this world. Change is the name of the game, we say, but then one has to really, because mindful of, because adopting the challenges as they come and accepting them the way they come, and then thinking very positively, saying that yes, there is always tomorrow, and
Wow.
then tomorrow is always there, and tomorrow comes with lot of opportunities. So because I'm very happy that because you organized this, Rajesh, and you invited us, given us this an opportunity to share what is so-called our journey, because there's many big people in this world from whom, because we keep reading about them. I have a great habit of reading. I've read the biographies of many, because the big achievers. So when we look back and when we think about them, there is nothing. I think you are still beginner, long way to go.
Excellent.
So this kind of conversation, I'm sure, will again inspire us to know about individuals, their journey, their exciting journey, and the learnings. So I'm very happy that because you started this and we are here.
Lovely, lovely. So Mr. Mahesh Mudda is a man of great and deep relationships. We'll unfold that as the conversation goes ahead. I would like to request Tavneet Bhalla to introduce herself. The funny part is she's the youngest on the platform here. In fact, all 4 of us, our work experience is more than her age. So, so we are really going to get some fresh and young insights from what she's going to be conversing on this conversation.
Gen Z.
For us,
So-
she's a Gen Z.
She's a Gen Z for us, yes. Tavneet, introduce yourself.
I'm Tavneet Bhalla, and I'm a civil engineer by profession and by passion. And I'm into this industry from last 18 years. So 18 years back, when I completed my engineering, so then I was placed in NTPC. And then everybody was in the family and, in the circle was very happy. Okay, you got into a public sector unit. I mean, it's a dream job for others because there's a tough entrance exam, but you did not have to write that. But then I decided I will not take up that job. And, I was a part of the training and placement cell in the college. And Shapurji Palanji had reached out to my college. So when I saw
So
that
campus placement.
Yes, so when I saw that pre-placement talk, I was very much inspired by that. I reached out to them that I am ready to let go the offer that I have and I want to work with you. So, and everybody was like, they will pace you at a site. Why do you want to do that as a girl? It will require a lot of, physical endurance to go to sites for women. I said, no, I want to do this. When I joined, I was anticipating that they would place me in Mumbai. And people from the tier 2 cities have a craze to come to Mumbai. So they posted me in Hyderabad. From, North Indian, Punjabi, you were posted in the southern part of India. So from dal, you change to pappu every day. So it's a big transition. And there I was posted at a construction site. So they were doing some of the biggest job sites then. So I was asked that, what do you want to do? They had an extensive training program where they would rotate you to different departments. But then I thought that the first department I want to go into is execution. So the first 1 year I was into execution at a site. Then after that, I moved to another project of Shapurji in Hyderabad. So I was there for around 3.5 years. Then they transferred me to Delhi because that was the time when India was hosting the Commonwealth Games. So they were doing a lot of projects then. So they needed a lot of people to come to, the projects and deliver the projects on time. So I was there for 8 and 9 months there, where I was also involved in the renovation of the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium, which was a venue for the hockey event then. After that, they transferred me to Mumbai, to the head office. And that was the turning point in my career because they said, we are getting you to Mumbai, but then the only option is that you have to get into the formwork and scaffolding department. That's the only place.
So this is aluminium formwork.
In general, I mean formwork.
Any formwork.
Yes. So they had a construction methods and planning cell, and formwork was a part of it. So I said, I've never done that, but yes, okay, I'm ready to take up this challenge. And that is where so it was not by choice, to be honest. It was just a chance that I got into formwork and scaffolding. There I got exposed to different systems. I got into design of it, mobilization of formwork. I mean, how do you manage your construction projects on time? So got into all this. That is where I got exposed to few of the, solutions from a lot of multinational companies. And then there was the global leader in that particular segment was Perry, a German company. So that is where I got introduced to Perry. And then they reached out to me if I would be willing to join them. And that's how, from a contracting firm, designing formwork, buying formwork, to I switched that, went to the other side of the table where I had to sell formwork. So that was very weird for me. And, I always had that thought process that I'm a civil engineer. And the sales always had that, okay, you have to go door to door, knock doors and then sell something. Then my, manager said that sales for us is like technical sales. You have a technical background. So if you go give a solution to a customer that, this is the challenge at your project and this is how we will help you with the timelines, a faster construction time, then that's how you sell formwork. And once you're able to convince them, then sales is done there. Okay, rest of the part follows, which is negotiation and the price. So I thought, okay, I'll take up this challenge. And I did well. And then after that, there was a moment when I earned, the designation of the head of sales.
Okay.
Nicely put.
So she's referring to this book that I've just published.
Yeah.
It's yet to go. This is just the blueprint. It's called Earn. It's all about relationships.
So after that, she became Peri.
Yeah. So then I became the head of sales for Perry India. Again, that was, I would say, a good achievement for me because somebody who had never done sales to somebody becoming the head of sales of a team and then setting the right KPIs for the sales team, leading a team of almost 20 men. Let's say I was the only woman in sales. And that is when I also got to know that I was also maybe the only woman leading sales for a multinational construction equipment company in India.
Excellent.
Yeah. And then after a couple of years, I transitioned into the sales and strategy director for Perry India. So it was a very good experience for me.
Do you have anything to do with the number 9? Because 9 years you were in Shapurji, then 9 years you were in Perry. Then at 39, you started your own entrepreneurship.
Yes.
So what is it got to do with this number 9? Do
I
you
think-
believe in numerology?
And you're just completing 9 minutes of your speech.
So, I mean, just a coincidence. And then, after spending almost nearly 2 decades in the industry, then I thought that, what is the next step that I take? Either I move to competition and again, sell a similar solution but under a different brand name, or I do something different. So then I thought that after this exposure, that yes, exposure to the construction industry, exposure to one of the niche areas in the industry, which is formwork and scaffolding, why don't I get into entrepreneurship now? And that was the time when one of my friends, she owns a formwork and scaffolding company, and then she reached out to me that why don't you join us? And then I said that after working with the global leader, why should I join you, an Indian company? So she said, I'm not asking you to join us as an employee.
Stick.
Yes, we would want you to be a part of the organization and run it, because you have that exposure, you have that network, you have the industry background, and we need talents like you. So it took me a lot of, it took them also a lot of time to convince me, and also for myself, to convince myself that is it the right move for me. But I'd always taken unconventional, moves in my career, to be honest. When I moved from Shapurji, it was a 10,000 crore enterprise. I moved to Perry, which was then maybe a 100 crore company in India. And then I thought from a global leader to, an Indian company. But then there's something, that gave me that, that was the kida inside me, that why not build something of my own and scale a business where I can say that it's my own business. And that's how I joined them just 15 days back. So I would say 15 days is the tenure, from me transitioning from an entrepreneur to an entrepreneur.
From an intrapreneur to an entrepreneur. Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
So
Satish, the
Absolutely.
funny part is I've got a friend in US. His name is Hetal Patel. And his wife's name is also Hetal Patel. So on his wife's passport, it is written as Hetal Patel. So there are some names which have got this confusion, like Hetal or Kiran. There are boys also are Kiran. There are also girls Kiran.
Harsha.
So Harsha.
It's mostly a girl's name.
So Harsha Joshi. So that confused me initially. And then I saw his picture and I said, no, girls don't have this kind of mustaches.
If you have a boy's name and put A after that, it becomes girl's name.
Right.
Harsh
Harsh.
is a boy's name.
Yes.
Harsha becomes.
Yeah.
But Harsha Bhogle. Harsha is also a boy's name.
No, but it's basically Harsh.
Harsh
In
is
Sanskrit, it's
original.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who
Okay,
understands
Ram
Sanskrit today?
is Rama in English. Krishan is Krishna.
Got
The
it.
A gets added when you convert it.
Converted into like my daughter's name is Sasha. Now Sasha means Alexander the Great. If you go to Russia, every third person is a Sasha, and that's a boy.
Yeah,
And that's a boy.
That's a boy.
So Sasha is also both a girl
Yeah.
as well as a boy.
Yeah.
So the next I would like to request Harsha to introduce himself.
Well, thank you very much. Okay, my name is Harsha Joshi. And basically, I'm an army brat who by mistake came into business. And I'm the chairman and CEO of a 42-year-old emergency lighting company, which is the oldest emergency escape lighting company in Asia. Having spent 51 years in business, now I'm also the president of the Lighting Association, the Drone Association, and I do a lot of other things. It was just passion. When I looked, I was basically, for the first 9 years of my life, I was just a trader. And then somebody gave me an order. In fact, it was an advertising company called Ulka Advertising, gave me an order for 5 pieces for emergency lighting. And when I searched around as a trader, I didn't find any emergency lighting company in India. So proudly, it's the first dedicated emergency lighting, escape route lighting systems in India. Started way back 42 years back. So we've got 14 offices throughout the country and doing a great job. All the major, we're sitting in Mumbai, so the coastal road is done by us. The Colaba Metro Seeps underground is done by us. So we do a lot of projects. In fact, NSE is done by us over here where we are sitting now. So that's my journey in life. It's a very successful journey. And now being the president of the Lighting Association, I could make out that we are doing something wrong. So I had to bring a journey, which I'm just writing a book called Beyond Light. And I've started one of the world's oldest, the first NGO on light pollution. It's called savedarkness.org.
Brilliant.
And through my particular advocacy, you can say, I'm also a writer on the BIS panel for the National Lighting Code of India. A lot of people don't know, even builders don't know, or construction
Nice.
companies don't know that you have a national building code.
Yes.
We have come up with a national lighting code, which is 974 pages just on light.
Wow.
Wow.
And I managed to introduce a couple of chapters.
And all the pages have written about light.
Yeah, 974 pages on light.
Because that is too much.
Yeah.
That's too much because you don't know how it's affecting
So
your eyes.
why I asked you this. There is this gentleman who said that I should see the water from my ground floor level. So the architect came with an idea. So he constructed the building so tall that the habitable floor started from the 10th floor. So that he could see the water. So when you said
74 pages.
so I just wondered whether you wrote only the last page or
I didn't write the entire thing. I
Okay.
was just a
The whole
part
book is
of it.
written?
Yeah, the whole
Okay.
book is written, published in October
by the way,
2025.
this building stands in Worli.
Yes.
This
Oh.
building,
Okay.
you can see on the left hand side when you're traveling, it is at a great height and hollow in between. So that was because at that particular first floor, the ground floor of
You
that
could see-
building,
yeah, you could
you
see
can
that.
see the water. Okay, that's brilliant job done. So that's a lot of writing. Whoever has written it.
Yeah, a lot
on
of us
light.
together. Because it's an association, it's the Indian Society of Lighting Engineers, where I'm the president.
So somebody
today.
said, let there be light. But Harsha Joshi
He's
came and
saying,
said, let there
be
also be a
darkness.
book.
No, let there be dark. Because without darkness, there's no
There
light.
is no
No
light.
light.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent.
absolutely.
So we just enjoyed this turmeric latte,
Uh-huh.
something good for health. And nowadays, thanks to the pandemic, everybody is so protective over their own health and their future that it has become a brilliant business model and something that the people need as a solution which needs to come to them, and it should be comfortable and easy to use. So I have used some products. My wife uses it. When she came to know about the company Fasten Up, we realized that we have got too many products of Fasten Up in our house, and today we have got somebody on the table who's responsible for this company's creation, because he created the people who created the brand, right? He's the father to the boys,
Yes. Boy and the girl.
boy and the girl who created the brand. So that is Satish Khanna for you. So Satish, if you can introduce yourself, you've got a very deep, detailed background. If you can just explain that in a few words.
Thank you, Rajeshji, for this very innovative setup here. I'll tell you about me in a brief that academically I am just a vanilla chemical engineer. No topping of MBA or no topping of anything beyond graduation of chemical engineering, and did it very early on. At the age of 20, I was an engineer
In Chandigarh.
from Chandigarh. Yes,
Chemical
Punjab
engineering.
University, Chandigarh, chemical engineering. And I was coming from a family who had migrated. We were discussing from Lahore in 47 as bona fide refugees, and financial challenges were tremendous. So I had no option but to take up a job with 400 rupees per month, and it was with Tata's. 3.5 decades I pursued. If I divide my last 5 decades of journey after doing engineering, roughly 5, it's a little over 5, but if I count it as 5, 3.5 decade had been as a, and if I put it in 2 words, I was a professional executive. Starting from Tata's, Union Carbide, Bilakia Group, Lupin, and Lupin was where I had 25 years. I was group president. And I started with 400 rupees per month when 3.5 decade professional journey started. And I was a $1 million salary at that time per year. When I said, it's enough for money point of view, I don't want to work. I want to call it a day. I will not work in area where I have to work. Rather, I will work in area where I want to work. And my interest was to work with multiple young entrepreneurs and multiple companies. So after 3.5 decades, I changed my, I would say, profile for 1 decade. And exactly 1 decade for 10 years. And again, in 2 words, I was active investor. You're an investor. I was also active investor. So I had enough savings while working. So that is the money I invested in young entrepreneurs, helped them, guided them, till there is an exit, and 20x was or even higher was what I was getting when I was
Wow.
exiting.
Wow.
So 1 decade I spent, and I was also on the strategic advisory board of a dozen companies, 6, 7 in India, and 7, 8 in India, and 4 companies outside India. So I was not confined to one company like I was earlier. I was working with multiple companies, and I was actively involved as an active investor with many entrepreneurs who are pursuing their life journeys in a different fields. So that was very interesting a decade. Came the COVID, and then I changed my, so 3.5 decade as a professional executive, 2 words, 1 decade as active investor, 2 words. The last 6, 7 years after COVID, I decided I changed the gears again. So 3rd gear, and this gear is again 2 words: exploring life.
Fantastic.
I'm exploring life. During this period, I don't do anything where there is a directly or indirectly benefit of money. When I am on the strategic advisory board, they used to pay me heavily. When I'm investing in young entrepreneurs, I get good returns. The last, whatever after COVID years have been, I'm not doing anything which is related to money, except for supporting my family business, my children, and brilliant, both of them, my son and daughter. Actually, daughter is elder, son is younger, but son started company and daughter joined.
Wow.
And
And you're today present in more than 40 countries.
and they built the branded business Fast Enough, which is present in 40 countries. And I always tell them, you put a man on the chair and call him chairman. So they have put me on the chair. They call me chairman, but they run the show. And I have kept only 3 responsibilities with me while they are running the show. One is setting the strategic direction. That had been my strength over my.
I'm sure you're
earlier
their
4.5
biggest capital.
Well, execution part is totally, I'm out.
Absolutely.
No, and I had done only that during my years of working. So it is all theirs. So 1, strategic direction. 2nd, growth funding. Whenever they need growth funding, I'm there. My pocket is not that deep, but I know which pocket to work on. So growth funding, and you know, when they are doing today almost 500 to 600 crore equivalent brand business, you need money. We didn't inherit the brand.
You
It
need cash
started-
flow.
You need cash flow. We have our own state-of-art manufacturing facility in India, one, and we are right now working on one in Europe, and we have 3 offices in Europe. I mean, so you need that kind of, so growth funding. And 3rd is I provide them my network. I have gotten over the 4.5 decades, I created a network. So strategic direction, growth funding, and network. And my 2 words stay: life exploration. So I teach, I write, I travel, I do photography, I do acting, I do whatever, and I'm still trying to learn a lot. He's a great singer, inspiring to me. The other day we were attending one program where Sanjeev Kapoor played drums.
No, I saw that.
I came home, I was there, I saw him playing it. The very next day I ordered my drumsticks and I already talked to an institute which is going to teach me. Somebody will come home and teach me. So exploring life.
Brilliant. Brilliant. You're still doing a lot, but still you call yourself as exploring life. And you're sitting on a chair, which is a chairman. And you're guiding your children, investing, arranging guidelines to them, opening up your ecosystem, because that is priceless. Ecosystem of so many years, that's priceless. So that's a great
Absolutely.
foundation. And that's why I said you're the biggest capital for Fast Enough.
Well, it's working and giving me reflected glory. They do a great job, and I get reflection of that glory, and I enjoy that.
Whichever way it is working well.
It's working. It's working.
So this is one of my favorite soups. I just absolutely love it.
Very delicious.
It is a high fiber corn and cheddar chowder, which is a very comforting homemade soup with corn, vegetables, aromatic spices, and cheddar cheese, which is offering both flavor and nourishment at the same time.
Yeah, soothing.
So you absolutely feel soothing, and especially when it is monsoon time and it is raining outside, in this beautiful green environment, the taste due to the ambience also multiplies. So globally, it is very difficult for somebody to do a job. Forget job. It's very difficult these days to hear marriages lasting 40 years. So if they last, it will be very rare to understand that anybody can do a job for 40 years in the same company. And we have got our dear friend here, Mr. Mahesh Mudda, who has created records for both 40 years in the same company
And with the same wife.
and with the same wife. Now that combination is phenomenal. Matlab, he can write a book on loyalty, I guess so. And his wife is so proud of him. The company is so proud of him that where he started as a very young gentleman at a very tender age in 1985, he continues to be with the same company, NCCL, New Consolidated Construction Company Limited. He continues to do that and he continues to expand it leaps and bounds. One of the few contracting companies that I know of which can deliver 40-50 lakh square feet in a span of 24 to 30 months, which is like next to impossible with the kind of infrastructure that we have and the access to resources that we have. Achieving such milestones in 30-36 months is absolutely a stunner. So Maheshji, 40 years of journey with NCCL, and you have also now changed roles. Now you have become a co-promoter to the organization with the fund which has invested. And this company was founded, like he mentioned, 80 years old organization founded by Abbas Bhai Jasdanwala, father figure to us. Everybody looks up to that gentleman. He would have lived 1,000 lives in one life. He's 92 now.
92, yes.
He is 92 now. And still well-maintained, sharp memory, talks to the horses, talks to the animals, and they respond to him. It's God's gift. So he has been privileged to be working under his able leadership, not only in business, but in personal life, in the way one should live life. And till today, the way Abbas Bhai dresses, he will make anybody shy. He's so damn good. And what a human being. So you had the privilege of being working with such a personality. 80 years company and you're there with the company for 40 years. What do you feel about the longevity that you've had with this company and now taking it to the next level of heights, introducing new blood into the company and the new India that we have been seeing in the last couple of years? All this combined together, what do you see for NCCL and for you as the near future?
Yes, Rajesh, thank you for this and lovely question what you asked, because very easily we say, no, because 80 years, I'm saying 40 years with the organization, but then there is a lot goes, because in our terms, if you talk, because if your foundation is good, then building can stand there for forever, we say. And then because if at all I have stuck around, I have worked here, I reached to some level, whatever achievement so-called, all thanks to again the foundation which was built by my first parents, the kind of upbringing what they gave me. I think I stayed 21 years with the family because my parents, my mother and father, my father was very quiet, very disciplined, and again multifaceted personality. Because he was a businessman, he was a press reporter, then he used to do some medicines in those days. People used to come as growing. Sometimes I used to wonder, he's a businessman or he's a doctor or he's a social guy, he's doing some school because founder, college founder member. So many activities and gardening at home, helping people. So because that kind of upbringing, when we started understanding, because one person, because how one can do so many things in one life, and then so easily, he gave us such a lovely disciplined life alongside my mother. She was a terror. As growing, I used to sometimes feel she's no good mother. What is this? Because you see others, because mothers, how, because because caring they are, how lovingly they talk. Here, like this, like this, like this. Nothing beyond that. But as you start understanding the kind of lessons she taught us during that initial period, today also, any forum, any part of the world, if I'm standing and I'm talking, because I can go back and relate those examples, what they taught us and how they're helping us today in our life. Just to give one example, I was maybe 12, 14, not around 14-year-old. We were playing with kids. Something went wrong. Something happened, and because some sort of abusing that one of the boys, he abused mother. This and I got a little angry and because pushed that guy. Not really beat because beating was not allowed because in the family we never knew. But I just pushed him in the process. He fell down. The mother came crying, big, oh, because you big people, because we were like Mudda Saukar because in our town. So, "Arey, tum big people, you because hit my." So, my mother came. She was cow was there, so she was milking cow, and then she came with that lota only. So, what happened? What happened? So, I saw because it bounced back onto me. I said, nothing, I've done nothing. And because this boy was doing like this and like this, like this. Before I realized my head was down and that throat was. She said, let him say anything. Why did you touch him? If he has said something, but he is dirtying his mouth, nothing will happen to you. So never ever get into this, whatever anybody says. And that lesson was such till today. So anytime, any situation, anywhere, anybody, when I see that kind of argument business, I just hold on. I said, not worth, not worth. Take a pause. So she used to tell, to react is an animal, character of animal. To respond is a human being.
Wow.
So I don't
That's
know.
so well said.
So we go to, because now we read, we understand, people talk. So this was instilled into us at such an young age, which I picked up. And 1981, I came to Mumbai, almost 46 years back. So I graduated and I was very happy to be working with my father in that wholesale business. And I used to make little money also. I was very good at doing that. And my father used to give me some incentive money. So I never wanted to come Mumbai. Mumbai was like foreign in 1981. So and we had big house there. She said, you go, and my elder brother was there, and 280 square feet. Just imagine. I said, no, I don't want to go. But she said, look, you go there, because try your luck. If you fail, come back. See, if you fail, you come back. Otherwise, because you try your luck. So I thought of becoming chartered accountant, because graduate. So I joined the articleship, and mind was into, again, because that father background, social. Vilasrao Deshmukh became in 1982 minister here, home minister. So my maximum time was to go to Mantralaya. Studies were other side only. So exam comes, whatever I wrote, because not studying, what will I write? So 3 years of the articleship I completed successfully, but not clearing any exam. Some of boys, I still remember two boys' name. One was Pandey, one is Khambate. They used to tell, when I was going back to Udgir. So I said, you study hard.
Udgir is a place near
Udgir is a Latur.
Latur.
Yeah.
Okay.
So अभी आया है, तुम कुछ कर ही नहीं सकता, अभी उदगीर जाने का सोचो. So but my mother, failure, come back. I'm not going to be something. I'll do it. I'll tell, but you work hard, study hard, chartered accountant, merit में हो जाओ, one day you will be working for me. And that kind of attitude. So one thing was there, under any circumstances, whatever happens, no thinking negative, just positive. Today also, because to tell me anything, yeah, it can be done, I will say, without knowing also. Why? Because this whole ecosystem is such, everybody is waiting to help you,
Yes.
unless you want to take that help. So as this journey was going on, during that articleship period, because I did the audit of construction company also, I did banking of the sugar factory.
So you had the insights.
So I like this. I said, every building you're creating, some different structure, different design, and that feeling was different. And pleasure of creating that. I said, and then another thing I realized, if I get into this business, this side, for anybody and everybody, you need construction, because house, factory, building, road, anything, because you need a contractor.
So for people's information, the second highest employer in the country after agriculture
Yes.
is
construction.
construction and infrastructure. Second highest employer.
But being ambitious, got into, because somebody introduced one of our chartered accountant only. They were the auditor, N.M. Raj and company, Mr. Nerurkar, introduced me to Abbas Bhai. Told me, very disciplined person. and they're like royalties, because he has got collection of vintage cars, horse riding. In that time also, Abbas was always like that. So introduced to him to me, and then I go and tell him, I know like this construction, so big talk. So he looked at me, smiled, and said, Baba, whatever you feel like you learned or you understand, still long way to go. You start here, we'll see. But I want to do something on my own. I mentioned him, I don't want to work because we were coming from the business family background. He said, okay, this is like your company, start here. 1,500 rupees salary
In 1985.
1985. And I was getting stipend of chartered accountancy 250 rupees. So it was, I mean, the big jump, big money. So started that journey. Then our turnover was 5 crore rupees and around 50-60 people were there. From there, because slowly working, then going to sites, understanding the construction business, but traveling wherever our sites are happening. And Abbas bhai, because in true sense, because like parents, what they gave me that value business as a life learning, he literally nurtured me, held my hand, taught me lessons, and most important, stood by me whenever I made mistakes. Never, I don't ever remember, because we make mistakes because we wanting to do so many things. So never mind, Baba, never mind. I used to feel so bad. I've made a blunder. He's saying, never mind. So how do I, correct myself? So we talked about relationship. One word I learned from Baba, life is all about relationship.
Absolutely.
Because beyond the point, he used to say, Mahesh, money, nobody's going to care about it. But this value system and relationship and maintaining the relationship, onus of maintaining relationship is going to be on you. So don't ever say that somebody's bad. So that is one thing I learned from Abbas bhai.
So can you read the last two lines what I've printed here?
Earn relationships, money will follow.
Yeah.
And he used to say, because nobody is bad in this world. Don't ever say something, because for whatever reason, if I don't get along with a person, so that reminds me. Because generally what happens, he's like this. I don't get to that. He's good because his wife says my husband is very good. His children says he's the best father. His father says because my son is good. Who gives you right for on one occasion or few occasions something went wrong and he doesn't like you probably and he's reacting. So why you think is bad? Keep quiet. So Abbas bhai, but this I learned from him, and
Brilliant.
which helps me such a good way, because best of the meeting, worst of the meeting. Because I keep telling them, because when topic becomes hot in now business, construction, we can imagine this target, that target, this, that. So when people get aggressive, I say, hold on. Don't waste your energy. You can't fight with me.
I just now heard that in the car.
So then they say, oh, you can't fight with me. What do you think about it? Darling, understand, I don't want to fight with you at all. So that is why I'm saying, well, let's not waste money, because why are we sitting here? Because we are not here enemies. We come with some purpose. Hota hai. I'll say, sorry, chalo. Uska solution nikalenge. And it works. I make it light also. Suddenly I say, अरे 1 घंटे से इतना झंझट हो रहा है, कॉफी तो पिलाओ यार, आपके ऑफिस में बैठे हैं, अरे कॉफी लाओ. So because then that helped me to build a good organization, taking people along. Again, because today we have almost more than 1,000 plus direct staff, and labor force is around 6 to 8,000. Because 10,000 people. Can you imagine that joy of every month? Because
He's saying joy. Most of the times it's also pressure.
Yeah, no,
Because you can control 10,000 machines very comfortably, but controlling 10 people and 10,000 human beings,
biggest challenge.
biggest
Because-
challenge.
but-
Because they are not people, they are 10,000 egos that you need to
and because
manage.
each one comes with, and everybody feels I'm the best.
Maheshji, so did it make a lot of difference to you? Because a person like Abbas Bhai, he was like a sculptor. He actually sculpted you into, one was your mom.
True.
Second gentleman was your boss, Abbas Bhai. So I think these two people molded you into the personality that you are today.
You're very right. And one more name I would like to add, my elder brother, Someshwar, because I think
I have
I
been
met him.
you
I
met
have
him,
also-
and Kama, because he was there ahead of me almost. We have 7-8 years gap between us. So I started staying with him, and seeing the way he was, managing, growing organization, working part-time here, there, and then value lessons and his understanding about the people. At one point of time, I felt, because I started 85, around couple of years, 87, 89, some politics in the organization, and it used to bother me. And couple of times I went to Abbas Bhai, then he said, Baba, I don't like anybody complaining about anybody. People are all good. Again, same thing. You try and understand. I said, whether I'll be able to, because he's talking like this, he's not supporting me, that kind of feeling. Young. So Someshwar told me, I said, let me go back. And my father was the General Secretary of the Marketing Federation. I was very ambitious always. I'll go back and I'll see that I become Chairman of Marketing Federation there. I worked there with him. So he said, don't look think like that. You be here, good people. Abbas Bhai is a good person. He will help you to grow. You keep continuing what you are doing. And that is what again changed my mind and started putting this kind of efforts. And with, as you rightly said, foundation of mother, this brothers, his own briefings and understanding about me and my potential probably, which I was not knowing. He said, stay back. And then Abbas Bhai. So whilst only working again, Builders Association of India in 1991, because 85 joined organization, in 6 years I become member of Builders Association of India. I go to their office. Very time I go in the Commerce Center. In their boardroom when I go, I have to see the board of chairmen. So Ajit Gulab Chand, Shapuji Palanji, so and so, so and so. Suddenly that went into me. My name should be there. But you are an employee working, and because you are a young guy, how your name will come? But that started every time I go to office. I used to ask them, what is the process? No, like this, then so much experience, so much this thing.
So
then,
that is manifestation in action.
And election process. Another thing, I do not want to go into this election process. I should be unanimously elected. This is another thing. Because my father used to talk always, 15 years Marketing Federation, unanimous, whichever panel comes. Because Mahesh Mudda is the General Secretary. So I said, that could happen. Why it can't happen? And
Which year did it happen?
And it happened in 2009. I became a chairman of president of Mumbai Center.
And Vilasrao Deshmukh
Deshmukh was the chief minister. Manoj
and the
Joshi
chief
used to stay in the same building. So I went to both of them. I said, I'm from your area, Latur. I'm staying with you, sir, here, Mumbai, Manoj Joshi. I want to become like this, but unanimous. And I found out the process. If you speak to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, this will happen. And to my surprise, Vilasrao agreed because he felt Latur, because he was very supportive. And day comes in regal room of Oberoi, 1,000 people. Vilasrao spoke 40 minutes. Manoj Joshi spoke because half an hour. On Mahesh Mudda, and I became president of.
लेकिन मुद्दा भी वैसा था ना.
And then name goes there. Mahesh Mudda 2009, 10, 2 terms. So my point is that you become what you think, because we are
manifestation. Absolutely.
But then you got to be.
You have to work also.
Because it reminds me of the great author Napoleon Hill. If you can conceive something and firmly believe into it, you can bring it to reality. That firmness has to be so firm, your dedication, your sincerity, and that kind of passion you to have. People, what happens, conceive ideas. I keep telling within the organization, outside when I go, sometimes they call me to SP Jain or Bajaj school, their management school. But ideas are many, but that consistency, that perseverance power, and that kind of your dedication, and that kind of passion, and that kind of patience.
Yeah.
तो बोलते ना श्रद्धा सबूरी ऐसा नहीं होता है, because you need to have that kind of patience to reach there, and then whole world, because the Shahrukh Khan dialogue, no?
हाँ, पूरी कायनात आ जाती है आपको आपकी मंजिल को पहुंचाने में
Believe me,
मदद
because
करने की.
people say miracle, miracle, because this boy, young boy, without having nothing, came with zero. From where to where, how this could happen? Only because Rajesh started helping, Satish started helping, Harsha started helping, then it comes into life. So people, they make you big, because when you see the pyramid, you're on the top. How? You're not climbed there. People have made you big. You can't go and sit yourself on the pedestal. People will look and laugh at you.
Absolutely.
What is this mad who is going standing there? But when people make you big, then you
Then
got
you
to be
agree.
very, 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 very grateful when that gratitude towards your own people. So that is where, because when we talk this kind of organization, I make it very light, very easy. My son has joined with me now.
Yes.
Vishal. Vishal was 10 years abroad. Now, great partner I got into this, Amit Goenka.
Ahmed Goenka.
Again, whom? This is
Nicest.
again, I'm coming back to relationship. Because I know, we both know each other almost 2 decades. 10 years back, he started this fund, one of the first listed AI fund of our country. We went business because up downs we all go through. So we went through those all cycles. We were at a stage where what do we do the next? Because this organization has to go on. This legacy also has to go on. So then we need funding because we have had some investment of HDFC. You know that. So we gave them
Yes.
exit again, good exit. So I have construction is one. Buildings, of course, because as you rightly said, my business is because today for me also because we go because maybe shake hand and come and that building is happening because hardly involved or go there whenever it is required. But what is most important is this relationship, this ecosystem, keeping it absolutely tight, and with that kind of good feelings around, good positive feelings around, and that positivity comes only because I keep telling, if you change, whole world changes.
Absolutely.
Because there is nothing different. Because I'm not ready to change, then how do you expect?
Yeah.
Because we start our office also in the morning with some small prayer, because which is again I found it in my brother's diary, which we keep repeating in the office, because which talks about only belief system.
Absolutely.
So because life is all about believing into
Believing
yourself
into it.
and believing into the people around you.
And then working towards it.
See, sir, because such a big world, because so many people, we can meet how many people, but how many people you can get connected, truly connected, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That rarely happens, and because that
It should not be a contact. It should be a
Yeah.
relationship.
yes, correct. See, today, because Rajesh and we go back almost now decade plus,
1.5 decades.
1.5 decades. And what is there no business, but there's such a great connect that only even take his name in the family when we're sitting on the say, dining table, because everybody's face gets lit up, and because that energy. So from where this energy comes, where is he must be into traveling somewhere, some part of the world, and on this table everybody's feeling so good about it only by uttering one name. So power of, because individuals we miss, because God has made us so powerful. So to utilize that into our life, our business. So as I was coming back, said because this journey again, new journey, because started with zero. God has given enough and more, because which probably I don't think I deserve it. He has given me much more than I deserve, and that is how I keep my feet firm onto the ground.
Grounded.
And because end of the day, what is it? I mean, we don't know from where we come, where we're going, how we come in this world. I'm again one saying I keep repeating earlier. You come in this life alone without your will and wish. You go also, exit is also, and both are not with will or wish. Because how you came in this world, nobody knew you. Because I'm not because selected that I'll come into Mudda family. So I've been so blessed to be born into that family, to get this kind of upbringing, to blessed to get connected with people like Abbas bhai, because he's amazing, man. I mean, because on him I can go on talking. Because
Actually, you should write a book on Abbas bhai.
I'm in the process. Yes,
Absolutely.
Of course,
I would like to dedicate a chapter as well.
No, of course, I mean, and then because with all that kind of things, because with having nothing but then everything you have. So be grateful, be happy, and try and see what you can give back to the society, whichever the
Excellent.
form, whichever the way, and how you can create the relationship. So when new partnership happened with Mr. Amit Goenka and team, because new people, new team, fund people, they think little differently. We have our construction, both don't understand each other business. They understand money, we understand construction. But then this marriage to work so well, again, what you need is that kind of level-headed temperament,
Absolutely.
not to lose.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, we see fights, and because it doesn't take much but time, because like this. And within I'm right, you're wrong. Because who is right, who is wrong, nobody knew, because you came, because without knowing yourself, you're going without knowing yourself. So where is right and wrong? Enjoy the process, try and do the best what you can do with the best intentions. As long as your intentions are good, your heart is good, your heart is clean. You see that because anybody says, "Arey, aap to always smile rehte ho, happy rehte ho." So yes, I keep myself happy, man. I mean, because I don't allow anything to go inside because it is not required. Why you're buying that which is not meant for you? You came with such a clean. God has sent you with such a happiness, no? Because when kid we see that we say God, God, God. When because end comes because when we see now because nothing because if somebody asks me, have you seen a God? I said, yeah, I've seen in my parents, I'm seeing into Abbas bhai. What is God end of the day? Because we all
You should see in the people around you
Yeah.
absolutely
all the time.
because it's a belief again. We take one stone which was at corner stone here, and because we paint something, give some shape,
And we
and everybody's
yeah.
in queue. Arey, humko. So it is we create, and God has given kind of power to us, Rajesh. I mean,
Absolutely.
you tell me which God has created his own temple? शिवा आके टेम्पल बना के गए थे जो उनका खुद का we create that
We create that.
because everything so kind of power God has given we miss that so I don't know how much it will work in life but then it is working good for me so as long as it is working we try and keep that energy like I said about your example because somebody because end of the day we leave legacy means what it's not the bank balance it's not the big house it's not the big car it's that feeling about the person.
Yes.
Yeah, this is man.
And
Wow.
the person needs to be missed.
Because,
That's the legacy you
and
leave.
people have no time in this world. Kisko time hai, sir? Because everybody is busy.
Yeah.
Because everybody is busy. Everybody is big. Everybody is great achiever. I mean, ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं कि कोई achievement की बात कम है. But being a good human being, it takes lot to make yourself that, and that is what has been very strongly instilled into us by my parents. In my office, if you come, I got a big on my mobile with photo with my mother because every time because she is with me and keep reminding me, buddy, be good human being. Because sometimes we all feel no because
Excellent.
to get that air what it takes.
Yeah.
Because I see the people.
कुदरत का भी नियम है कि जब आम के पेड़ पे जब आम पक जाता है तो डंगली भी झुक जाती है. So if we can be grounded, like what you mentioned, it
what
makes a
it
lot
takes,
of difference.
I'm sometimes wondering and surprised. I wonder and surprised to see the people at what stage, what age, and what kind of maturity having everything, how they behave. I just look at them because really wonder. I think he's not into his proper senses. Better I be quiet. Not get into that argument. Not worth doing that. Not worth. And I see that next time when I meet, probably because before I want to tell him because I'm sorry that day because it happens.
Fantastic. So this is one of my favorite dishes here at Sante. So this is the garden vegetables tofu pad thai, and it has got a very tangy taste, which you must have experienced. That's because of the tamarind. And the other dish that is the monsoon dal bukhara, made in a very healthy way. Otherwise, the real dal bukhara, you will take many days to digest it. So this is the healthy version, which is a very absolutely comfort meal that you would have enjoyed. We all just had that dal bukhara. So Satish, right from childhood, you're always fast enough because you came in from Lahore. You must have been a very young
No,
boy.
my father.
Your parents came
I
in
was
from Lahore.
born in independent India.
Oh, you were born in independent India.
53.
But you must have seen the pains that your parents would have discussed
Absolutely.
that would have happened due to the partition. So you came and settled in Amritsar. Subsequently, you studied in Chandigarh. You became a chemical engineer at the age of 20. And since then, you have got a very strong background with corporate life, especially with organization like Lupin. So coincidentally, in 1992, I used to come to Lupin Kalina.
Yeah.
And I used to come there and I used to learn computers because I didn't have money to learn computers. So I used to come, the department boss was my father's ex-colleague from Mahindra & Mahindra. So he used to allow me to use the computer and give me books to read, and the staff over there, I used to help them and they used to help me to learn.
Excellent.
So that is my connection with Kalina. And the boss used to give me canteen coupons. You are the canteen across the road.
Yeah.
Samne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Samne.
Life is a full cycle. So I did this for 1.5 years. So I learned my DOS, Lotus, WordStar, DBase and Fox Pro in your office, Lupin at Kalina,
Free of cost.
free of cost. So that boss is also in US, so you can't do anything to anybody now. But but I learned it totally free of cost in that office. And coincidentally, diagonally opposite, I have constructed a building which is called Flowtech, which is called City 2 by a company called Flowtech. So I constructed that building, which is L&T Financial Services. That building
Okay.
in Kalina, diagonally opposite to your building. And just around the corner, we are constructed another project, which NCCL has contracted. They completed that project. So when I went to that location to Kalina to see this site for the first time, it was nostalgia for me. Because I used to reach that office at around 12:31 and I used to leave from that office at 12 o'clock in the night.
Oh, you used to stay there for till that time?
Till that time. Even after the staff is gone, I used to
so
keep
that
working.
you can use
Yeah, I could use the computers and stuff like that. So that's my connect with Lupin. So you have had a fantastic corporate journey, almost 30-35 years of very active corporate professional that you were, 10 years of as an active investor, and now you're traveling a lot. I think you've visited almost 76 countries.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Coincidentally, I'm a part of a chamber of commerce where we have traveled to 91 countries in the last 20 years.
Excellent.
So
Traveling. About to score century.
Pardon me?
About to score century.
About to score century. So again, one of the learnings of life is also traveling, because you meet people, cultures, economies, religions, customs, rules and regulations, laws. So it's a complete different mindset. So it teaches a lot. Now you say that you want to live a very free life, no pressure, no stress. You want to explore new aspects of life. In fact, post 50, you started educating yourself further. You studied at IIM Ahmedabad, you studied at Tokyo, you studied Sofia in Tokyo, you studied at IMD in Switzerland. So that shows you to be a very absorbing mind. What drives you towards this life? And you have segmented it so well. You're the youngest, one of the youngest chemical engineers at the age of 20.
Yeah.
And then you did such lovely work experiences. And again, you pursued education. So what is this mindset? I would like to dig into Satish Khanna, the human being. What is that secret sauce in your mind which works the way you are living today?
Well, I'll come to this question after I link it with the computers you learned in Kalina. I also learned computers in Kalina.
Same office?
In same building.
Wow.
And it was that...
I will tell you the name of the gentleman. Satish Divekar. He would have been too junior to you. He used to be heading the computer department in Lupin.
Maybe. So Lupin wanted that computers are about to come.
Yes.
And it was early 90s. I think you went 92. It was early 90s when they learned that computers are about to come. And the senior people, senior management people also must understand computers, because they are, like, I studied in early 70s and the computers in 90s. To learn that age was, the youngsters were learning very fast, and the people who have become senior manager, they are older in age. So there was one program conducted, appreciation of computer, how to use it. I was also put to that program. Daytime, and it was one-day program. Daytime I attended it, and evening I went to the shop, bought a computer, brought it home. I was so fascinated, I was so impressed that this is something I'm missing. I must not miss it. The program was only for one day. If I don't keep using it, I'll lose the touch. So I brought the computer at home, and there used to be tutor in the computer itself. And raat ko 12 baje, like you did till midnight, I used to do at home till midnight. Tutor was my tutor. The software built inside was my tutor. And that's how I learned computer. Later, I conducted programs for Excel and PowerPoints for many people. That was just relating it to that Kalina office.
So we were
and
computer
computer
students at the same time.
Same time, same year.
And Rajesh, you found one thing, his brand fast enough. Sanjeev Kapoor was playing the drums, he bought it next day.
Yeah.
He saw computer class for one day, he bought it next day. That's why fast enough.
I did not know how to use computer.
Did you name the company?
No, there's a story. I'll share that story. Coming to your question on the education part, it was like this. When I did my engineering, I had very, very strong desire to do MS and that too in US, masters in and that too in US. Immediately after my academics at the age of 20, I applied. I got admissions. I got admission in Stanford also. I got admission in few more universities, but there was a condition that first trimester I have to financially support myself, and based on performance,
You'll get the
they'll
scholarship.
consider
The scholarship.
the scholarship, the financial assistance. And I was not in that economically, we were not so good that I could afford taking risk. You have to perform and then they will consider. So there were two ifs. I decided at that time, if God is kind, I will study abroad. And I will ensure economically that I equip myself to ensure that I'll make my children study abroad. At that age of 21, that resolve I took. So going forward, the God was kind, and as you said, जो आप सोच लेते हो, अगर शिद्दत से सोचो, करो, तो
पूरी
हो जाता है.
कायनात आ जाती है.
सारी कायनात आ जाती है. And my daughter first, she's elder. She did her academics. She's MBA in finance from UK, Cardiff. My son went to UK later. He's 7 years younger. He did biotechnology from University of Leeds. They came back. And when I was sure now I will be able to, and daughter had done it, my son was yet to go, now I can also start. So I started at that time studying abroad. So I have studied in 7 countries, starting from, India. I did IIM Ahmedabad, the program on competitiveness, creating competitiveness. Then I went in 2000, I'll leave the years, but I'll start from the east and go to the west, and I'll tell you which all universities and what all courses I did. Starting from eastmost, it is Sophia University, Tokyo. The subject was Japanese business management.
That's why you also like the Japanese food?
I like Japan. If somebody asked me out of those 76 countries, which country you like the most, apart from India? Japan.
Japan.
Yeah. Second would be Switzerland, not first. So I did a program on Japanese business management because the concepts which we use, which MBA in India or otherwise are Western management. And Japanese are totally different way. They are differently wired people in their concepts, in their thoughts, in their whole thing. I wanted to understand. I want to learn that. And I did all these programs, residential, not online and doing it.
Yeah, you were there
Residential,
physically present
with the students, where you have students ranging from 20-odd-year-old age to 30-year age, and I'm 60 plus at that time when I did Japan. A teacher was younger than me.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah. And she used to ask me, teacher was a lady, she used to ask me, Ms. Khanna, can you give example to the group about, because she knew that I have already worked for 30 years plus, and so that was Japan. Coming, and India was creating competitiveness. Going further west, IMD Lausanne, Switzerland, it was international program for board members. I wanted to be on the board and I wanted to prepare myself for that. So this was an international program for the board members. Going further west, INSEAD Fontainebleau, Paris, the program was mergers and acquisitions. In our business, you have to play inorganic strokes. So that program was in my mind. Go further west, Oxford, and I chose the universities which are the best in those countries. First, I chose the countries, then I chose the best universities in those countries, and then I chose the appropriate course. And Oxford was game theory. Game theory I did in 2018, 2016 or 17, Nobel Prize went to game theory.
Oh.
And it's a subject of economics. And somebody from Israel got the Nobel Prize for the game theory, and I wanted to understand that. So I did program in Oxford on that. Then go further west, Harvard. Harvard was actually, chronologically, Harvard was the first. But I am going
OPM program?
No, I did program getting global strategy right. If you are going to play a global game, how to make a right strategy. So getting global strategy right was a program in Harvard. Go further west, and that was my dream university where I got admission at the age of 20. I couldn't go, was Stanford. And Stanford I did.
What a campus they have.
Beautiful. 4,000 or 8,000 acres.
Absolutely.
And all these big companies are inside
the campus.
It's a huge, it's a big city. It's the second largest campus, not the first. First one is in Russia.
Oh,
Yeah, they are, Russia is a large country any which way, but the campus wise also, there is a second largest. So there I did program on how to use power effectively. That was the program.
how to use
Power effectively. Now,
Okay.
power could be political power, could be
It could be-
hierarchical power, could be financial power, could be muscle power, could be any
Any
power,
power.
brain power. How to use power effectively. Now, all these subjects were not linked as a one course, and they were done spread over maybe 15 to 20 years. The first one was 2000 something early, and the last one was 2018. So 15-18 साल के gap में, and each one was helping me multiple ways. Number one, I'm learning those aspects of life which I wanted for better performance in as my professional career. Second, I'm creating network of a very unique kind. People are coming from all over the world to
Yes.
Oxford, Stanford, Harvard, and
they're coming at
relationship.
their own cost and you're learning from them free of cost.
free of cost. And this network, when I said the three roles I play in Fasten Up, the strategy, the growth capital, and providing my network. They are in 40 countries.
That's how you're in 40 countries.
So network helps. And
Absolutely.
relationship, like you said, the relationship. The business is the relationship.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I studied, that was my journey of academics over 20 years. The desire was when I was 20, 21. I fulfilled my desire by doing it. And also, 2018 was the last, and 2019, I went to New Zealand to learn photography.
wow.
3 weeks workshop on
One of the best
photography.
countries to photograph.
Yeah,
photograph.
absolutely.
And I don't drive.
Which is your favorite place in New Zealand for photography?
Oh, well, this,
Rotorua or
this was
Queensland?
Queenstown was their
Queenstown.
place. There were 17 cities. We were there. The workshop was 17 days in 17 cities.
Wow.
Every day, new city, new hotel. And I don't drive, so the workshop was so designed that they will the faculty will take care of the students' movement, stay, food, and every day new city. And in the new city, you check in with the bags, and immediately you be in the mobile van and 60 kilometers away.
Group of people.
There were 10. The van was of 10, 2 teachers, 8 students. India, I was only one.
Oh.
There were 4.
That is the best part.
And you must be
Yeah.
the youngest, I think.
No, a youngest from, I don't think so. See, I feel that like Oxford, I felt I am youngest.
Yes.
Or the other way around. Youngest means the oldest. I was 60, high 60s. But I found 80 plus age people from Switzerland were also
That's
working.
what I'm saying. So
Fantastic.
photography is something.
Yeah,
It's such a
yeah.
subject.
Passion about it.
So
There is
now-
a very dear friend, I don't know, you might know him. He is a very avid photographer now, Dr. Mukesh Batra.
I have heard the name, but no.
He takes it so seriously that whatever he shoots during the year, then he holds an exhibition at NCPA.
I do it too.
Oh, you
I
do
have
it
done
too?
3 exhibitions, and 3-4 friends who are photography friends. They are all business people. 2 of them doctors, 1 builder, Vijay Mirchandani. He's in
Oh,
also. He and me. So entire collection of exhibition is charity. First exhibition we gave 1 lakh, second 5, third 11.
Phenomenal.
So we travel the world
And
at our
capture.
cost. We capture at our cost, but then that is another way of giving back to society.
Giving back to the society.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So it's a life well lived.
Yeah, the God has sent us here to live life fully.
Absolutely.
And when it is fully, it's not just making money,
It's also giving back.
giving back.
It is
also.
learn, earn, and return.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
I did recently, like you write books, I also write books. So my recent book, which incidentally is also 4th book, And you have seen that book. The title is You Retire from Job, but Not from Life. So life is meant to be lived fully. And
Excellent.
so all these were parts of study or travel or
Awesome.
photography or acting, or all these are part of that.
Lovely, Satish. Thank you so much. So many a times in life, what education you take does not necessarily mean that that is the same education that propels your career. Lots of times people learn something else and they end up doing something else. Like Anand Mahindra is a very dear friend, a very respectable gentleman, a very respectable Indian and a global citizen. He studied film shooting. He studied films and he was manufacturing automobiles, and today he does 100 more businesses, but got nothing to do with the qualification that it took. So our dear friend Harsha Joshi, background is of economics and
Statistics.
and he's
Absolutely.
gone into a business which is of emergency. So emergency lights and all the neon signs and all that.
No, the fire escape
The
signs.
fire escape signs,
Yeah,
all those are being done by you.
that's
You were
right.
one of the first in the country to do venture into that line of activity.
Absolutely.
So how does it feel to be in a business which is connected to emergencies? Because due to laws, orders are confirmed, because law instructs you to deploy this kind of equipment at places so that lives can be saved. But when you started, I don't think so law was so strict. And at that time, people didn't even realize that what happens in case of a mishap where there is a blackout and you really need to evacuate people. So how did you overcome those years of business, initial years? You're 42 years old in the business now.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
51 years in business, 42 years in this business.
In this business.
In this business.
So in 42 years back, this was not a very, even today people are not aware about it too much.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So at that point of time, other than you, was anybody else aware that they should do
Now,
this?
that's the story that I would like to talk about.
So you have to sell the story and then the product?
You know, here I have to mention the story and then tell you how I got it. Yeah. So I was basically a supplier. I could supply any electrical product that you wanted. And like I said, I'm an army brat. My father-in-law, both from the defense. So no idea about business.
So the job doesn't stay, but the mustache does.
Yeah.
Because all the army people are always...
I'm compensating because both of them didn't keep it. So that's the way I've projected myself. So when I started the first emergency lighting company in India, and that too in Mumbai, in Bombay at that time, people were surprised and people were telling me, you're crazy. It won't work out. And believe me, it didn't work out. I started in 1984, and after 15 years, my wife was a teacher. She joined me. We got married in 84, and I started this business in 1984. And for 15 odd years, nobody listened to us. Nobody installed it. In fact, if I give you a background, my turnover in my trading business was 1.4 crores. And my first year of emergency lighting business, my turnover was 1 lakh rupees a year. So from there I started, and then I was so passionate about it. And I knew I could do something because there's nobody in that industry. In
You
India.
always wanted to show the way in the darkness.
Absolutely. And big boys play in the dark, you know that. And I was growing up. So then I kept on insisting. In fact, just around 1999 and 2000, we thought of, for a fraction of a second, we both discussed that she would become a teacher, and we went to see a place in Panchgani, and I said, okay, I will run an electrical shop. You teach. He was getting a job of a vice principal there. I said, you teach over there. And then suddenly things changed. 9/11 happened in 1.5 years. And the World Trade Towers went down like this.
I could see them going down. I was on my
Absolutely.
computer.
But what you couldn't see is my business going up like this.
Absolutely.
Because
Very
then
well
people realized you can't have a genset for escape routes.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that was the trigger point of the change of the entire thing.
The
So,
mindset change.
so my company's name is Prolite Auto
Yeah.
Limited. Prolite is the electrical sign. Whenever you're flying, you see an exit sign on top. And Autoglow are the strips that you see for escape.
Okay.
Even in the flights.
Everywhere. Ships, flights, airports, everywhere. So then I got into the business, and like you said about standards and codes in business. So I was a part of the NBC code. I'm the part of the BIS committee on emergency lighting. But we made the codes, but we never implemented it. there was no legislation. There is no law that can arrest you. There is no law somebody can find you, and you know how things work over here. So it is very difficult to, project that into all the construction companies. I bet all the construction companies and everybody sitting around here, offices don't have one emergency lighting or one exit sign. Now in hotels you will see just two of them over here. Not law. Now they're scared that something happens, we will show them that there are two pieces there. They have not designed their exits. So today, like you came to my office today, you saw there are 40 people just designing your escape routes throughout the world. And in India, we talk about Ambani, Adani, Modi. All the houses are covered by us.
Oh, wow.
Okay? All the projects, all the number one projects, the Parliament House we are doing, the Coastal Road we are doing, the Colaba to Seeps Metro we are doing, the new Navi Mumbai Airport is done by us. Now the Jewar Airport, which is one of the biggest in the world, we are doing it. So we do right from design, we do the entire project for you. The new iPhone factory we have done, that was a very big project for us. So now it's coming into process, and now the codes are being changed, it's becoming stricter. So now things are getting implemented. And mind you, that was my first business that I started, where I carry on, and I'm the treasurer, I'm the chairman and CEO of that particular company. But I've just started a 6th startup. That is my NGO. And I'm already ready for my 7th startup. So I planned my journey till the age of 80, the next 2 companies that I want to start, and where do I have to start, and how do I have to start, and the branding I've already started now.
Wow, you have got 40 more years to do that.
Yes. So, coming from an army background and being very passionate about it, the whole thing is that I've got so much time in life because I get up at 4:30 in the morning and I move out of the house by 6:30, and I'm in the office, the first person over there, and I go to sleep at 8:30 in the evening. I tell everybody only one thing. They say, how do you have so much time to do so many different things? And 6 different organizations. I'm the national president, national treasurer, XYZ, writing a book now. Now, tomorrow, I think I will be a part of the Home Guard in Maharashtra. I've just been invited. My dresses are being stitched. I'm getting a 3-star tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is, I've kept it away from this family because they will say, kitna kuch karoge aap? Okay, on the advisory committee. So if you don't spend time on that idiot box, you got enough time in life to do a lot of things.
No, please don't say that, because they are going to watch us there only. So please don't do that.
You can cut that out. Otherwise, this idiot will be out of the box. That's why.
But that's amazing. It speaks about the passion that you are by yourself, that you can get into so many activities because you're passionate to prove a point that this can absolutely help. Anybody who's in the business of something against, opposite of comfort, is there because of the larger good. Like emergency lighting is not a comfort zone for anybody till it happens.
Absolutely.
Till it happens. You get me? Like
you saw what happened in Noida.
Absolutely.
You saw what happened in Delhi. You saw what happened. I tell everybody, I'm telling all of you all over here and the people who are shooting and the listening. Every restaurant that you go to, or your family goes to, your friends go to, every school, every college, please look at it. There is no escape route. Today you see 21 people dying in some particular building somewhere. Tomorrow it could be you. I tell the whole world.
No, but fortunately now, the things have changed dramatically because I also do real estate development. Now the fire norms are so strict that your approvals will not happen if the fire provision is not in place, not on theory. Because now the fire officer who signs, he will also go behind bars if there is a mishap.
Sir, I know each one of them from the time
Obviously,
they were born.
Yeah. But now there are strict norms and inspections are happening.
I beg to differ, sir. Because I'm with the fire officers. I just launched.
Still they're not implementing it?
Just listen to me. 2 weeks back, we launched the Center of Excellence for Fire, where I did free of cost all the escape route lighting. After that, all the CFOs, all the advisories in the fire department, the municipal corporation was sitting and everybody was awarding everybody, including me. As soon as my turn came, being an army brat, I stood up. I didn't wait to tell them, sir, this auditorium has got not even one single exit sign. When my children come with me to listen to my lecture, they tell me, Papa, you just talk. Look around you. What are you old people talking about? The Gen Z is different. They look around and they see there's nothing.
So can I have the liberty to say that you create orders wherever you go?
No, I don't create orders. I create advocacy. I teach them. Whether you buy it from anybody
I
in the
thought
world.
you are creating demand for your
No,
product.
no, I'm not. I'm creating demand for the product, not my product.
Any product.
Any product.
Which
Buy it
protects-
from anywhere in the world. But at
But if
least
you are the
protect
best, they will
yourself.
buy from you only. Why will they buy from somewhere else?
They'll never buy from me because they want the cheapest. You know how India is.
Ah, okay.
Absolutely. And now I've started student chapters. So through my association, we've got 19 student chapters. Last one was in Coimbatore. After that, I gave a lecture at Sadhguru's in Coimbatore. So I was Karunanidhi College of Education Engineering. I was there. I started a student chapter, 250 students, because they are my warriors. They will go back home
Fantastic.
and tell the children. They will look around. Go to any small shop that you're going to, and you're sitting inside for dining. Our children in Andheri, Versova, they're going to such places at night. They don't know where they've entered and how they're going to come back. And when they entered, they're absolutely sober. When they're coming back, they're 3 pegs down.
Now you have said,
Disorientation, you don't know from where you came.
Harsha, you have said this with so much power and passion
Mm.
that wherever we go now, first is we are going to look out for the emergency side.
Thank you. Please do that. For
And
the
if
whole
they are
society.
not, if they are not having it, we'll text it to you, you put to your team.
I
Make
give
sure
it free of cost to them.
Wow.
I just did it. Even for that auditorium, I did it. 3 days back, I was giving a lecture at Thakur College. I gave them 6 exit signs free of cost.
What I want to understand, Harsha, as an entrepreneur is a product where you have to educate the market about the importance of the product. How difficult is it to grow such kind of a business model? Because you have to first educate them, then show them the need, then show it is for their own good because you need to live there if there is an emergency and you need to be evacuated. And then you have to sell.
Absolutely.
So how difficult is that? And does it increase the cost of operations of a business if that needs to be done?
Absolutely, it does.
It does.
Absolutely, it does. That's why now, being a 42-year-old, organization, we are being recommended by the top management people. So, like, if you talk about an Hafiz contractor or anybody, even the offices have been done by us. So we educate the top people. Then we'll come to the 5-star hotels. All have implemented 4-star hotels. We have now implemented nearly 70% of it. 40% of India's particular turnover is with us. Okay,
Excellent.
our company.
So you're a market leader.
I was a market leader. We were nearly 90%. Now, a lot of people, what happens. My whole lane, Ram Mandir Road at Goregaon has become a signage market now. So everybody grows along with you. And that's how it happens.
So we call it as the blue ocean strategy and the red ocean strategy. So any ocean which was red was once upon a time blue.
Absolutely.
Blue means zero competition.
Zero, huh.
And red means bloody competition. But every red ocean started with a blue. So you were blue. Now you're a part of the red ocean strategy.
Yeah, but the advantage of being a red ocean is the market grows.
Absolutely.
That's why so many people have come in.
So what is
As a
your,
blue, we had to keep on teaching, keep on telling people.
what is
that
your major market? Domestic, national, or international?
Full domestic.
You didn't-
International, we do only projects. Because we do only projects. You spoke about the Commonwealth Games. Except one stadium, all stadiums we did.
Okay.
In Commonwealth Games. So every particular big project in the country, we are doing. Statue of Unity, we are doing.
So I think defending lives is in your blood because your parents were in military
Absolutely.
and now
That's
you're
right.
also doing the same thing in a very
That's a
different way.
lovely way you put it.
Yeah. So now
absolutely.
you're also doing the same way. You're
Ab-
saving lives
Absolutely.
in
And
times of emergency.
That's right. And I'm very passionate about it.
Oh, that can be visible.
I'm launching India's first drone for search and rescue now.
Absolutely. And the drone will have lights.
Absolutely.
So in a dark area, if there is an emergency, the lights can be flashed from the drone so that people can see and take the corrective actions, right?
That's right.
First guy
Absolutely.
to do that?
First guy to do that.
Wow,
In the
that's
country.
amazing.
You know that meaning of it, no?
No. Mm.
Journey from darkness towards the light.
Towards the light.
Absolutely.
Fantastic, fantastic. And 42 consistent years where you must have seen big business and today at your peak business because the market
And we
share
have
has increased
Grown.
and market itself has grown.
Yeah, and the second generation is coming, and the third generation is ready to come in. So we are expanding. We are getting our factories done.
So you're expanding
like
not
you
only
said,
your family, also the business.
absolutely. Now my family is being expanded by them. So like you see, I got a son and a daughter, and both of them have got 2 children each.
Excellent. Awesome. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. So we are towards our desserts. So this is the Malpua, saffron Malpua. And
Amazing.
in Sante, nothing artificial gets used, nothing refined gets used. So whatever is used in a most natural form. So you will never find it exaggerated. It will not be salty, it will not be oily, it will not be extra sweet, nothing. It is subtle.
It'll be tasty.
It will be tasty, but it will be subtle. So you really enjoy. And today everybody is now scared about they don't want to feel guilty after eating wrong things. So this is absolutely guilt-free food. Have you liked the taste?
Excellent. Excellent.
So one question to each one of you. I want your answers. You can take names, you can give examples. So I'll begin with you. So what is your leadership style? How do you define your leadership style? And whose leadership style do you like, or whose leadership style you would like to adapt?
See, if I have to see myself about my style, historically what I have practiced is I'm a team builder. I create a task for them, big task, create a team, and then empower them. I'm there, invisible, but fully in picture.
Whose leadership style do you like? Whom do you admire as a leader?
I think Ratan Tata recently, we lost him. He had very
What did you like
humane
about his leadership?
humility. Though he's so powerful from all angles, he had powers.
So that is what you like.
If I have to compare the first few names which comes to my mind, his name may come on the top. Narayan Murthy could come the next, but Ratan Tata.
So for humility.
Humility.
Tavneet.
And both of them have humility.
Humility. Absolutely. Yeah, Tavneet.
I would say
How do you describe your leadership? And whom do you admire as a leader?
I think again I'm a very people-oriented person. So people first, and then come the tasks and the business. I take a lot of inspiration from Indira Nooyi, because I think I can relate to her, and that you can be a good mother, at the same time you can also be a global leader. So I think that is something that really inspires me.
So I had the privilege of spending an hour with her.
Okay.
She is on the ICC cricket board.
Right.
And we were together watching the India-Pakistan match in New York.
Okay.
And what a phenomenal personality.
Yes.
I've always been her admirer.
Yeah.
But the way she interacted, we were almost 35-40 minutes together. I've shot her video. I'll send
Okay.
it to you.
Sure.
And what a pleasant, inspiring conversation I had with her. And the world looks up to her, that a woman should be like this. And in your profile, you have written that, Indira Nooyi is a lady who really managed her professional and personal life so well.
Absolutely.
Such a balanced way.
Yes.
So you admire Indira Nooyi.
Yes.
What is that one quality that your daughter should imbibe from you when you are on your journey of building 1,000 crore enterprise?
I think being maybe determined, passionate, but at the same time being humble, what he rightly mentioned.
So humility.
Yes.
Harsha, what kind of a leader are you? What is your leadership style? And whose leadership do you like? Whom do you admire as a leader?
Again, the same person, Ratan Tata.
You can't repeat. Acha, by the way, you can't repeat what somebody has said. And not the same name.
That's what I've been saying for so many years. I've written so many things. Whenever I write an article, I said Ratan Tata. People ask me this question before. So I think that's the leader I got.
And how do you describe yourself as a leader?
Very passionate. I basically don't create people. I create families. Like my company is 42 years old, and the guy who worked with me 42 years back are all with me till today.
Wow.
My driver is 45 years old. So whenever people come to my house
They love
or
you
to
or
my
you threaten them. What do you do?
being an army man, both. So, we create everybody as a family. Some examples have created that marketplace that has become right next to my office. But we treat the entire staff as the entire particular family together, because we are a family. Like out of the 6 directors in the company, so it's me, my wife, my son, his wife, my daughter, her husband.
So you're an emotional
So
leader.
emotional leader. So
You're taking care
emotionally we connect with them and this and that. So that sometimes create anger also. Because then when you treat them as a family, then when you create so much for them, then you feel also that why should you do this? Okay. So that's it. Yesterday we had a girl walking out and going away. With the HR was giving a farewell. She was the quietest in the particular office. So I just blessed her and I said, "Beta, what are you going to do?" She said, "I'm going dress designing." I said, "Mele shorts design kar dena, beta." And maximum number of rejoinees in the company, if you see a 500 persons company, is my company. People who have left me 5 times, I take them back.
They miss you.
People have gone, they don't miss me. They go to my competition. They go, my competitors pick them up for a few dollars more. And after some time, I come to know competitors shut down because I know his flaws and I can only handle it.
So you get it done by
So get it
design or
back.
it is naturally happening?
Not by design at all. It naturally happens.
Excellent. Maheshji, what is the type of leadership that you implement and whom do you like as a leader?
I always like to be people's man. I mean, end of the day, because people are the biggest asset of any organization.
Absolutely.
They can make the organization, they can finish the organization. So I believe into trusting them, empowering them, and supporting them, being with them, and that is how, because it's a learning process for you, for them both. So
And whom do you like as a leader?
yes, of course. There are many names, but Kumar Mangalam Birla, which I very closely following, quietly reading, and he's a very quiet guy, doesn't
Yes.
speak
No
much
noise.
about, no noise, and whatever his father, because created that, see, must have taken maybe 4, 5, 6 decades to bring to some level, but very quietly the phenomenal growth what you've seen last decade
Is all
Is-
Kumar Mangalam Birla.
is Kumar, and no noise. You,
He is
you
quiet. He
don't
is-
see him in any TV, any discussion, any paper, nowhere. So that's the way. Because
So you admire him as a leader.
I always.
A question which always comes to me, and it's not a question actually. I want your thoughts on that point. I always salute to working women who are mothers also, and they are going up in their career, they are progressing in career, and they are taking care of families, children, seniors at home. How I salute them when they balance it so well. Indira Nui says that my children were raised by her parents. And probably, I don't know, your children are raised by you. How do you manage this balancing part that children don't miss you, your husband doesn't miss you, your parents, your work, your personal desires and dreams don't miss you? How do you balance that?
I think it's the very, to be honest, there's no easy answer to it. It's a very tough thing. I mean, okay, to an outsider, it looks very easy. But then now, keeping your phone on an airplane mode for 3 hours, and, at the back of the mind, you have, okay, what if your daughter needs something?
Absolutely.
So so a mother, I think, spends her entire life in that guilt that is she missing on something? And, again, as Indra Nui says, women can't have it all. And you need to find those coping mechanisms. And one of the reasons, again, I have my in-law staying with us. So that's a big support system. So women can only succeed if they have a very good support system at home. Thankfully, I had parents who were very supportive when it's about education, about career. Even if I have been brought up in very remote areas, I had went to the best of schools, had good education. Even now, my father-in-law, last 2 weeks he was in the ICU. So earlier in Hirandani, then we moved him to Hinduja when we did not see a lot of progress, and I had to join this SB Scafform. So I delayed my joining. So when he came to his senses and he could talk, he was like, he held my hands. He said, "Ki ye sab theek hai, lekin joining late nahi karni hai.
Wow,
We should
sweet.
go back."
So sweet.
So he was like, and I wish that the company you're choosing maybe is the best pick for you, and you are also the best pick for them. So that's how elders in the family inspire you.
Motivate.
And after that, I did not go to the hospital. I would go on and off, meet, and every day you would ask, how was your first day? How was your second day? How was your third day?
I hope your husband is equally good.
He's very supportive, very, very
He's
supportive.
professional.
Yes, yes. So again, my husband, right?
Yeah.
So my husband, recently did
Pitchni balloon.
a 1-year course from IIM Bangalore, and since then he's behind me. Why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? And I tell him, how will I manage? Because I have a daughter who's in the 9th grade, the pressure of studies, then home, then work, and he's like, if you keep thinking about it, you'll never be able to do it. So you will have to detach yourself from some time and devote time to yourself, to your career, to your education. So I think support system matters a lot. If you have a good support,
Absolutely.
you can grow.
100%.
Otherwise, women, will spend their entire life in that guilt.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah.
So we are on the last round, and what we have just been served is a very fantastic dessert. It's called the roasted walnuts date and fig cake, full of fibers and zero sugar. So you can eat it guilt-free, absolutely guilt-free. Even the ice cream accompanying the cake is made in Sante. So whatever you eat in Sante is made in Sante. Whether it is bread, hummus, whatever, nothing comes from outside. So enjoy the date cake, and I think
Apart from the goodness of this and the taste of this, the presentation is
Is
also
very
oh
good.
yes, absolutely,
It's a very well
absolutely.
presented.
So
Everything.
they say you eat food first with your eyes,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
with the fragrance, with your nose,
Five
and
senses.
then
Five
all the
senses.
senses get
Even
activated.
touch,
Yeah, touch, everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Maheshji, I am very impressed with your personality, the invisible part of your personality, that you are always, you accept and understand the situation and never lose your cool. And that helps you to take care of the situation, whatever it may be. But while in business, there are situations where you have to show some, like Harsha says, it is in my genes. She says, I am Punjabi, so हमारी language में तो आ ही जाएगा when you are on the ground. So it comes. In your case, does it come out, or it absolutely well controlled inside?
Yeah, I'm a human, and it's nature. It definitely comes, because what I said about how I control. But at times, of course, and sometimes it is required, because to make that noise, which is being heard well, because you don't know, because when you realize that this silence is not working, it is going against, and there I convince myself very clearly, saying that, look here, buddy, because you are doing the injustice to the other side, where he needs little bit of banging to correct him. Otherwise, you leave him, with uncorrected, and knowingly you are spoiling somebody. So do it, but again, very little tactfully, because I don't know, it comes automatically in those kind of situations. I'm really aggressive. I really, because show my that might in terms of, because to convey that thing, but next moment I have that ability to put a hand on his back.
So it's a
pat on his back.
controlled
Yeah,
aggression.
and but they know, and then everybody knows. Other side of it, I keep telling them, it's like a sharp razor. Don't fool around, because before you realize, you start bleeding.
Hmm.
So don't get into that.
Hmm.
So, and at times I've taken very tough, decisions where I checked in the people were with me for a long time for whatever wrong decisions, wrong doings, no excuse.
Hmm.
So, but rarely it should come. Quietly, as much you do it, always better.
Hmm. Hmm. So sometimes business situation is
Yes,
such
yes,
that you
demands.
have to
Yeah.
play the role which you are really not.
Yes, true.
To make effective decision or
Yeah,
control
yeah.
of the situation, you have to play that role.
Yes.
Harshaji, you mentioned that you reduced significant amount of weight by just putting something on the foot, and it works. I don't know. I'm from healthcare industry, so, and as an engineer also, it's a very difficult for me to fathom the mechanism which can make ghee can make weight loss to that extent. Now, if whatever it is, so it's effective. You have seen it, and you have made others see it work. Don't you think this could be a business opportunity and service to the humanity, opportunity. As much you are saving lives through emergency lights, this could also be explored, and you have got an expanding family, expanding members, and somebody should look at this as an opportunity.
Absolutely. That's why I tried it on myself, and last 3 months it's given me fantastic results. And why I think it's desi ghee, because about a year back I went to my friend's house and they had this round rotating thing on which they used to put desi ghee, and that black whatever filth was coming out from the feet. And the same thing is happening with this patch. I don't know what is inside that particular patch, but I guess it is desi ghee, and it's pulling out all your intestine, mein whatever toxins are there. And then he in his speech says, in 5 nights you'll reduce 20 kgs.
Difficult to believe.
But that's what he says. And he's got hospitals everywhere. And now if you see Amazon, that patch is available on there are hundreds of manufacturers now. Different. And he's giving a speech that by mine, the other people are not. That Acharya or whoever it is, who's manufactured this. So I just picked it up because I had reached 108 kgs in February. So then I came down naturally to about 5 kgs to 103. Yesterday, I had come down to 86. And my target is 78.
No diet changes, Joshi.
Nothing. Drinking, eating ice cream, everything is there. All my natural habits
So
are
my
there.
question was for a reason. You are a business person for decades. You have a vision for new businesses in future.
Absolutely.
Well in advance. When you come across such a situation, a self-experience of a very unique kind, it's a tens of billions worth dollar business, GLP-1, weight loss. If there is something of this kind, should a businessman's mind not think it as a business?
Absolutely. You're very, very right, Satiji. It didn't struck me because I'm not connected to that industry. Maybe. Now, I'll just give you another example, a flip side of the other side. I've got 40, 50 acres of land in Palghar where the floods have just taken place. Whenever I used to go for a morning walk, I used to see a branch fall and I used to see the shape of the branch. So one of the 6 business, I started terracotta business. I started this business called Roots and Shoots. So with every branch falling, I could create an art piece, which could be sellable. It could be painted, it could be polished. Maybe I was looking at the natural aspect and the other side of life. Maybe I didn't look at this, but you're absolutely right. Let's do it together.
Well, it's a worth exploring at least.
Absolutely.
And after exploring, either we will say, oh, there is a jackpot, or we'll say, oh,
Let's get into it.
It's not, there's no scientific rationale behind it. Either of the two will happen.
See, Ayurveda scientific, how you will manage to, desi ghee, like every day morning now. Now, the whole family got worried, I might have cancer, I might have diabetes, but I'm a no pill man. I told you I've got a heart attack, I've got a brain attack where 5 days I had no memory. My only pill was, I say, sab bolte hain dawa daru. So I used to have daru, not dawa. I used to have my old monk with plain water as an army brat. Okay, 2 pegs a day, and I was perfectly all right. I came back. Kokila Ben told me 5 days to live, and it's been 18 years.
No, it's a tremendous story.
So science cannot prove everything. And our culture was total science. We gave it up right from Surya Namaskar to having dinner before sunset. It was all science. We gave it up. The invaders totally, managed to get other things inside. Wheat was never a part of our thing. White rice was never a part of us. Okay, potatoes were never there. Onions were never there. Garlic was not a part. Ladies were never served non-veg and garlic in our cultures.
Yeah.
So science was there, which we destroyed it, and now we are looking for science back again.
Yeah. Rajeshi, I see you a person with very deep knowledge about so many subjects, and I'm sure your network, the way you did your inspiring talks, and she said Indra Nui, and you have met her. I will say one name, you will say I have met her. So that is the kind of network you have. And this business, construction, real estate business, writing, being author of this, creating content investing 5 crores to create content to learn rather than to monetize. This kind of personality, how did you get it? From where did you get this kind of wholesomeness in the life?
So scarcity is the best teacher. The childhood plays a very critical role, whether it is your childhood, his childhood, her childhood, or his childhood. If you relate what you are today, it has got a link to the past of your life. Like, for example, what you wanted to do at 21, you ultimately achieved it at the age of 50 onwards. But you didn't forget it. Your muscle memory was still there. Your subconscious mind was still there. I used to be fascinated by personalities. Like, one of the personalities that I was fascinated with was Anand Mahindra. Because my dad worked for Mahindra and Mahindra for 30 years.
And you look like him. I don't know whether you have noticed.
He's a fairer version. That's the only
fairer
difference.
version, but the shape of the face and the mustache and the hairstyle is very similar.
Yes, and we are fond of each other. Very nice gentleman, and a very admirable and a very respectable gentleman. I always fascinated meeting such people. So I thought that what can be the occasion? So I love to read books, but then I don't have the patience to read a full book and complete it on time. So I started loving the fascination of reading people. Then I started reading people who have read a lot of books. So that greed of learning from interacting with people brought me to this. And then Inspiring Conversations happened in 2013. And I conducted inspiring conversations across the world. It was Mumbai, Hyderabad, Chennai, Malaysia, Singapore, Dubai, London. So I was passionate about it. No sponsorships, no ticket sales, nothing. All in 5-star hotels with 125 to 150 guests, personal guests, self-funded. That was my love for my network, because of which we have got such a robust ecosystem today. And that gave me a high. And the more I learned, the more I wanted to do. What is knowledge? Of what worth is knowledge if you are not going to use it in real life and in real time? So I started implementing it in multiple businesses. That's why I do so many varieties of businesses. So the next book that I'm writing, after I've published this book, Earned, is the book called Capital Beyond Funding. What you did as an investor and what you're doing for your children today in Fast Enough is what I'm doing with the businesses that I invest. So I invest capital, I invest experience, my experience, I invest my ecosystem, and I bring resources to the table at such a fraction of a cost that the business becomes profitable. My law of business is there is profit in buying, there is no profit in selling. If I buy something from him at profitable rates to me, where I'm the buyer, I should gain. And if I sell it to him and he becomes a buyer, then he should gain more than me. So I call it a buyer's gain game. So I implement that in every business, but I can be able to do that because I have what you just spoke about, a very powerful ecosystem. I might have 15 or 18,000 contacts in my mobile, but I have got more than 1,200 to 1,500 relationships. And for somebody to be very successful in life, you need 2-digit number of relationships. You need 99 relationships. I must be having deep 99. I might be having 1,500 of them. Majority part of the world, majority cities of the world, every city of the country, I've got relationships who will pick up the call in the first ring. And that is what I call
Earned. Amazing. Amazing.
Maybe the first question to Mahesh. So you started, working in the organization 40 years back, and then you're the owner of the same organization. So one is when you work, taking ownership of things and working, and other is working as an owner. What is the difference, between the two?
Genuinely, I don't feel any of, because always I used to tell when I was junior working in the organization, I said, I'm not working as an employee. This is my company. This is my, because I think 2003 or some CEO Speak program used to come. They interviewed me and because I said, don't use the word working. I'm working for myself and my own organization. So I'm not a worker, non-born worker, because I'm a ownership-driven person. So for me, not much, because it's really more or less same.
So maybe to you, the question would be, so whatever were your aspirations when it comes to going abroad and studying, you started doing it in your 60s. there is a time when people feel, now the family's set, the kids are set, and we should relax and retire. So going to those institutes, across the globe, learning, doing different kinds of courses, and of course, even at that age, you have certain social, obligations, the family, the grandchildren. So how easy it is, to disconnect, take such decisions, and then, invest time on yourself.
Despite it was not easy, I took a call that I have to do it. And by doing it, it becomes that even I could adjust and the rest of the system also learned to adjust. They knew that, like I said, my phone is on silent mode for the last 8 years. Not only I have adjusted, my wife might be calling. The system, there may be an emergency. They tell me that there is an emergency. How will I said I will call back. No, and always in the meetings I keep it upside down. So system also adjusts. Flowness day, Wednesday, the system adjusts that I don't exist for them, for my family, for my office, for my friends. I don't exist. That day I exist for myself. So they also adjust. I also adjust. Initially, it's a little challenging, but I think adjustment happens.
To you, maybe my question would be 50 years in business, maybe 42 years in the same business.
In the same company.
What would be that one piece of advice you'd like to give a person like me who's just 15 days old into this?
That would have been my question when my turn would have come. I said, okay. See, I know the change is going to be very difficult for you because that is the question I was going to ask you. That was there in my mind. Once you've decided to do something on your own, now make it not your business, make it your passion. Okay, go deep down into it. You will have your ups and downs. All businesses I have, I have 6 businesses I've started over, and 2 I've sold off to people. Just be passionate about what you do and never in your mind let it come that you have taken a wrong decision. कि मैंने गलती कर दी यार, क्यों मैंने छोड़ दिया? क्या मेरे मन में आ गया था? वो कभी नहीं आना चाहिए आपका मन में. And you'll totally succeed through.
Excellent.
To you, it would be, networking, I think, is what I hear from you. What, according to you, is networking? Is it science or an art?
So it is an art which has to be backed by science. Why it is an art? Because it begins with giving. And it is a giver's gain kind of a funda, relationship. When you start giving first, you start receiving. You cannot expect receiving first and then you never get the opportunity to give. So that is a contact. It's not a relationship. So it's an art which scientifically you should build it in your mind that I should be beneficial to the other side. Then it becomes a very deep relationship. Giver's gain is the name of the concept.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll begin with you. One thing which always I amazed and wanting to ask you, but because today is a good occasion. Genuinely, I have not seen you once. I've met you very closely with in family, with your wife, with your kids, with your friends. In last 1.5 decades, not once I've seen you getting angry about anything, any situation. How that is possible?
So,
or is there something which we have not seen and is still there?
no. So what basically happens is I'm very confident. First and foremost, I'm self-confident, very confident. Secondly, I'm very confident about my ecosystem that come any situation, I will be able to handle it. I used to be very, very angry at a very younger age, like 25 years from now. I used to get angry like this. But then I became subtle because now I have mastered the art of consequence calculation. I calculate the consequence of my anger if I do something dramatic, because once upon a time there was nothing to lose. So I could lose my temper. Now if I lose my temper, there is a lot to lose. So I control myself. And what I liked about the answer that you gave in one of the questions is, you told the other side, you can't fight me. So he got more angry that how can you say that you can't fight me? Then you said, because I will not fight with you. Beautiful answer. It's an absolute takeaway. It is like that. So now not to lose temper, and I know what I'm capable of.
Amazing.
So that gives me great comfort in the wildest of the situations. I know I can get out of it. So it gives me confidence.
No.
Anybody might be the other person.
This is amazing takeaway from me too. I mean, because when I had nothing to lose, I could do that. But then now there is
Too much to lose.
outstanding. Yeah.
Thank you. When a person who doesn't lose temper sees another person who doesn't lose temper and asks about it, it's actually you are looking at mirror.
Great observation.
Now, Satishji, again, we keep meeting personalities, and we really, as you were also mentioning that, because you really don't come to know because the totality of the person as a person, but kind of varied things you're doing, and because you're learning, your all other passions, your business, and getting detached from it. So, how easy it is you're doing at just ease, or because you're putting some efforts and at time you miss what I'm doing is right, wrong, those kind of questions they come to mind, or whatever you're doing is absolutely in a flow?
Well, I try to do what best I can do in anything when I either learn or I share. Whether that is right or wrong, if I'm doing my best, I cannot do better than my best. So I try to do that. And I very strongly believe knowledge and experience, if not used and shared, is wasted. So I try to acquire knowledge. I use that knowledge to the best of my abilities, and I share that knowledge. You know, the writing book is also sharing knowledge. Teaching is also sharing knowledge. Sharing the exhibitions is also sharing knowledge. Maybe they are better photographers than me, better writers than me, better teachers than me. I'm doing my best.
You're getting the joy out of it. Yeah.
I'm the joy of me trying my best. And then if it is falling short of somebody's expectation, doesn't matter. I'm not there for gold medal or Olympics medal or anything. I'm doing my best. So I leave it there and take joy out of doing things rather than losing that happiness, that what will the other side feel if whether I've done enough or not.
Perfect. Tonit, you are the youngest on this table, and after hearing everybody, where do you see yourself 10 years down the line, and what you really want to, because do you really think like that, or you also think whatever happens and it will happen, or then you yourself see that, where do you see yourself 10 years down the line?
I think 10 years down the line, I would maybe see myself becoming a part of each one of you, to be honest. When I talk, about you, it would be, okay, wherever you, to whatever heights you may reach, but as you always say, take the people along. And I've always heard from you, that wealth creation is a long process. So you should not run after that, but it's people that is important. When I look at him, I would say maybe 10 years down the line, now I feel that yes, why go to the I am now? Maybe I can do it even at the age of 50 or 60. So that's a good inspiration for me. From you, I would, the first thing is that whatever you do, be consistent in that, devote time, and don't lose that patience. 40, 42 years in the same business, starting into a niche area where people never knew that this is important, to now, being a part of so many associations and telling everybody that if you don't do this, you're nowhere. So, so I would like to be like each one of you after 10 years. And from you, I think the biggest learning would be whatever you do, keep the network intact and keep on building that network.
Nurturing it.
Excellent. Very well articulated. Yeah. Good. The last is the great Harsha.
Hanji.
And secret of your energy, happiness, and all the time that bubbling, that kind of energy flowing. How do you manage that?
Other than old monk.
It took my father 18 years to design me. Okay, so 18 years of creation, the first child, and then to our neighbor to send my mother and father to Mount Mary to make me get born on 15th of August. So being a Leo, I'm so passionate right from childhood. I was a dancer, then I changed my line. I mean, that's history. And then I came and started working. Like I told you before, sleeping early, getting up early, and they say, and it's a very old saying, early bird gets the prey. So by the time by 10, 30, 11, when people come into the office, I think I've created and I've worked entirely for 5-6 hours, and my journey for the day is nearly over. Now I can relax and take things lightly. And the slogan of my company is, we do not take it lightly, because emergency lighting is a serious business. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Lovely answers.
Agnello, what made you think that, after spending so much of time and getting people onto a, place where you've got 125 people, how could you create the content that you wanted to ask them? And, to study, what do you do, to study 125 people if you have to sit down on a podcast or a round table and discuss with them and ask them? How do you create that thing?
So I study the person for 1 hour before the show. That's it. I keep myself blind. And like, for example, when we used to do inspiring conversations, 1 hour before the show, I used to start looking up to that person. And that time, internet was also not so matured as it is today. Today, ChatGPT and all that, you can get the whole history. Grandfather ka DNA bhi bata dega. So that 1 hour I used to study, and we used to go blind. And the conversation used to unfold as per the answers of the guest. And that used to be the thrill and the fun. And every content that you will see of inspiring conversation, you should see his episode. You'll love it the way it unfolds. Audience को भी देख के समझ में आता है कि ये preparation वाला game नहीं है. These people have gone on to the show and got started. No study.
Absolutely.
Now I study. Today also, like the day I do the table talks, I don't do any work. I study all the 4 profiles in great depth. I look into your industries. I look into the statistical data. I get it into my system. And then before the show happens here, it has already happened here.
That's very, very important.
So when I'm on the table, I'm just flowing.
He's blessed. One is gift of gab, and one is getting the best ability of getting best out of the people.
What's your date of birth?
20th, I'm a Taurus.
Taurus.
Cusp.
My wife.
Another thing, Harshaji, another thing is when two persons with good intentions and open mind sit on the table, agenda emerges on its own.
Absolutely. 100%.
You don't have to come prepared because open mind and good intentions, these are already in place now.
Yeah, and you don't need written questions and all that. People sit with questions. And
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. To you, Satishji. So how do you manage to,
So it's
always a question between any people who've got, either 2 sons or son and daughter or 2 daughters. How would you differentiate? And you always have one person as a favorite. It could be 2 girls, 2 boys, or anything.
See, I see that I am chairman as well as chairman of the company and father of the 2. As a chairman, I have to see I'm very fair to the company. So there, that hat, and I wear very consciously, and my children can see it. That I may favor third person who is not my son or daughter. Absolutely. As a chairman. When it comes to as a father, because you can't ignore that role as well. As I mentioned, that my son takes care of health and daughter takes care of beauty. That goes to certain point that the roles you have defined. But at the end of the day, the captain is only one. You can't have 2 captains. And I'm not the captain. So, son is younger, daughter is 7 years older. I haven't given weightage to the age. I have given weightage who started the company. It was son. Daughter was working in JP Morgan. She joined. She's more educated. She's MBA finance. A son, younger, no experience. Daughter was working in JP Morgan. So there's an experience. She's very mature, but son has got knack of seeing the future,
Absolutely.
and he is a relationship person. He creates relationship globally. I might give the connect
Leads. Yeah.
but leads to take that connect forward effectively is his forte. So he's the captain. But as a father, she's also my daughter. She's elder. So I do, as I said,
Balancing.
difficult balancing act, but I try to do with the best of my
What you-
abilities.
Yes, what you-
You cannot do better than the best.
So I've got a brand called Bod Active. We make women's gym wear and athleisure wear. So your son is a very good friend of my partner, Karan Talreja.
He
So,
must be knowing. Yeah.
Lots of events have been co-sponsored by both the entities.
Okay.
My entity, that is Bod Active, and Fast Enough. And
Excellent.
Karan Talreja was the founder of a very popular, one of the best gyms in the city called Reset Gym at Bandra.
So they must be knowing each other
100%.
and
100%. Both of them will be watching this content, so they'll get this. They'll go get this piece
but
of
this will be a
information also.
sensitive piece which you asked me and I answered. But one thing, dil saaf ho, transparency is the best approach.
Absolutely.
Mahesh ji, one question to you. You all have just taken funding and you're partnered with some company that you're talking about. How do you think that'll change your business? Because you got now somebody who's financed it, like what I've heard. Is that true? And how would they play a role? And would you like their interference into your daily operations?
Yeah, here again, good question for me to again bring back Mr. Jasdanwala into this. When we were at this juncture, because we were approaching with hosts of people, dozens of them, everybody showing their interest too. The one very wise piece of advice which came to me from Mr. Jasdanwala, he said, Baba, look, this is a great legacy. This tough business. I know your temperament. If you ask my opinion, because I'll give one piece of advice, don't look for the deep pockets. Look out for the good human being and good partner who will understand you and who is at the time ambitious. So it will help you to grow. Money is plenty available. Money will come, but as you rightly said, because money will come with without understanding business, without understanding me, without understanding what we want to do, without driven us into different direction. Just pressure.
Absolutely.
Here, because with that advice helped me to getting a partner as my friend Amit Goenka, who is super ambitious. Alignment of thoughts are there.
And so he's your friend.
We are,
Okay. You
but-
know each other.
Yeah, but knowing each other is one. But again, choice was
commercially.
ours, no? Because I would have said no, because I know you, but then I'm going with XYZ.
Yeah.
So we took a very conscious call with this, the advice of Mr. Jasdanwala, which very clearly said, because money plenty will be available, but then good human being, good partner
Very important.
is important.
Very important.
So that is where, because probably must have compromised a little bit of a lesser money, but then the better partner, which will help us to grow much bigger way. He's super ambitious. So that energy, which is along with money, came into the organization was very, very important. That is where we are.
Thank you very much. And the last question is for you. You've already, I know what I was going to ask, you already said. Being a lady working in a construction company, now doing your own business in the construction company, what market share are you looking out for? And what is the market size that you've got into now?
Currently, I would say, a small part of the market share we have.
And what's the total market share in India at the moment?
I have studied
See.
it. You want me to help you?
Yeah,
Tell me.
Okay, so the scaffolding market is 45 to 50,000 crores
In India?
in
Yeah,
India.
yeah. It's a big
Scaffolding.
market.
and the formwork market is crossed 5,000 crores in 2026.
Hmm.
And
But you don't.
I need to be taking a stake in your company, by the way.
and currently we are a 240 crore company.
Okay.
So one good thing is there's a lot of headroom to grow.
Obviously, you're 0.5%
Yes,
of
yes.
the turnover.
And
Half a
then,
percent.
so in terms of the market share, I think we're still a very small company, but the advantage is that you have your own manufacturing facility. I mean, everything is in-house. So when I compare it with my previous organization, okay, the best of technology, innovation, but everything coming from outside to India. So you're dependent on a lot of imports.
But you
and
think
when
it's
do-
50,000 crores?
It is-
Scaffolding,
it is-
Because 20 years back, I made scaffolding signs and I had to throw it in the dustbin. Not one scaffolding company in India bought those signs. That's
That
what
must
I'm
be your
asking you.
grievance, but the market is 50,000.
When they don't use the signs. So you expect to become 1,000 crores?
Yes.
Okay.
So that would be the ambition, at least in the next 3.5 to 4 years.
4 years
That
time.
would be the ambition.
Okay, by 2030.
And it is possible. I mean,
2030.
we've seen companies
Start
growing.
using my signs, you'll grow. You'll say only scaffolding company with the signs. I'll
And
give
let
you
his
free of
signs,
cost.
let his signs lead you to me.
You asked me one question in between.
Yeah.
Who named Fasana? I
Fast
said
enough.
I'll tell you.
Please share that
Yeah,
story.
I can-
Fast enough.
Yeah, the story is a very interesting story, and I would be feeling that I missed to share that. I used to be, while in Lupin Group president, I used to go to CPHI every year. There is a in Europe huge show.
shows in India.
So it's-
CPHI.
And it used to be in Europe every year, different city. That time it was in Frankfurt, 2009. And it's a 3 days. 2 days always, every year I used to keep for my meetings. Third day, last day, I used to go around seeing unscheduled, unstructured, just seeing dunia mein ho kya raha hai. So there I came across one company and no meetings fixed. I just walked in their booth. The person in charge was busy in the meeting. Somebody on the next line gave me brochure, sample, and card, email ID was there. And I brought it back. And I did for 10, 15 such booths. Came back. My son had just come from Leeds, UK after his academics. He said, Dad, and he was just 22, 23. He said, Dad, I don't want to work. I said, then what? I want to start business. I said, in India, starting business is not easy. By one person, either it should be father and son. Here I am working still in Lupin. I'm not available to you. Or two brothers. You're the only son, so you don't have that luxury. Or two colleagues. I said, you don't have any work experience, so there's no colleague.
Thank God.
Or two friends. I said, all your friends are, he was in UK for 5 years. Your friends are in UK or different parts of the world. So how will you start? But still, I want to start something. Business is in our blood. You are a black sheep. And literally, our generations have done business only. And I never did it. You are a black sheep, but in my blood also there's a business. So I want to do that. I said, okay. What do you want to start? He said, I want to, you're working in a Lupin, which is a pharmaceutical healthcare company. They are not healthcare company. I said, मैंने 25 साल हुए लगाया है. They are sick care company.
Yeah.
They take care of sickness.
Yeah, not
So you wanted to get into preventive care.
In preventive care, I want to create health. I said, okay. I came across this company when I was in
2009
2009
in Frankfurt.
in Frankfurt. This is a card, this is a brochure, this is a sample. And what was that company? Novelty Pharma, having effervescence technology from Switzerland. So I said, right, the email ID is there, write to them if we can have their exclusive marketing
Marketing
right
rights.
in India. He did the communication. He's very good. A lead mil gaya, so he's very good taking it forward. So he fixed up a meeting in Lugano in Switzerland. Dad, aap bhi chalo. Main bhi chala gaya. Father and son other side, father and son this side.
Super.
And that company breakfast meeting was fixed only. And we were to come back next day morning. The breakfast meeting, I could sense that they have a technology which India doesn't have. Effervescence technology was not there in India. They have a business making losses, Father is 78, the other side.
This is a lot of things happening in
And
Europe.
son, who was sitting there, actually lives in the US. He has come only for meeting. And father cannot take, he is a good scientist, 10 years research,
Cannot make the market.
cannot do the business. And Fasten Up was a brand
Oh,
and doing business in Italy. Switzerland company, but doing business in Italy for sports people. So breakfast may I could judge all that. I said, why don't we meet over lunch? The lunch mein mile. I said, and they liked us, we liked them. Okay, how about we taking token equity also in your company along with exclusive rights for India? We said yes. And then he asked how much. I had understood their size and our depth of a pocket, and they said, we can take 2.5% token equity. We said, fine. So it's a great idea. Let's
2.5%.
2.5%. Let's meet over dinner. So we met over dinner. So then I said, and during the afternoon, we did further calculations. इनका turnover कितना, loss कितना, ये कितना, वो कितना, इनके हाथ में क्या होगा क्या? So dinner तक, I said, how about, why only 2.5%? How about taking 40% equity? Straight. They thought, and then they said, can we discuss tomorrow?
Over breakfast.
Over breakfast. So next day breakfast is set.
So all great things happen over a table of food.
Yeah,
but not lunch.
Yeah. This
आज अब
story.
lunch किया.
Your setup can create a lot of fasten ups in future.
Absolutely. That's
absolutely.
what happens in the Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Then 40% breakfast meeting led to lunch meeting.
Achha,
And
you
by
had a
the
lunch
time
meeting.
we wound up that 2 day session, it was 80%. He
Okay.
agreed, we signed subject to due diligence, valuation and everything. And why I made 2.5 and 40 and 80, I saw that
Willingness.
he had cancer, the father.
Oh,
78.
A lot of companies in Europe.
Europe.
78 age, son is in US. Father wants his son to take over.
He is
Son
not interested.
not capable. Not willingness is there, but capability is
Capability.
not there. The field is different. And father sees me from the field. My son, aggressive and passionate and qualified. And father tells his son that why don't you shift to Switzerland? Let them run the show. You be the. And I said, his father, I'm forgetting his name. I said, name of our company is Full Life. Name of their company is Novelty Pharma. I said, and I meant it. What I said. I said, Full Life is not. And previous 2 days meeting, he said, I have a dream to make Novelty Pharma a global company. In effervescence. That was his dream. So I told him at the time of signing 80% that Full Life is not acquiring ownership of
Novelty.
Pharma. Full Life is acquiring the responsibility of your dream coming true.
Absolutely.
It was not just an emotional touch, it was meant that way. Now let's fast forward. Fasten Up brand, we discovered later that they had a brand later.
Oh my God.
This was 2011-12. So we took the technology, created a plant in Baddi, plant in Baddi, final plant in Khopoli, and learned the technology. Then in 2015-16, when we were to launch our brand, we said, what brand should we launch? We said, our drawer mein Fasten Up ka ek brand pada hua hai apna. Wahi launch karte hain. So that is how it came. And today's, his son is our CEO today also, 12 years later. Or not 12, more than 12, 15 years later, with 2011-12. And he sits in Switzerland. He handles that business. It's a profit-making, 20 times more turnover. And his father died. And we own 100% of that equity.
Wow.
Not 80, now
Super.
100%. And he's working as CEO, as employee. And the brand which we launched here is doing 500 crores annual turnover. In those
Excellent.
40 countries. And you said 240 crore going to 1,000 crore 4 times in 4 years. We did 3 times growth in 2 years. So 4 times in 4 years is possible.
Hmm.
So that is how Fasten Up brand.
And this also we are discussing over a table of food.
No, finish one up. Final 1 minute. Okay. When you said fast and up, मैं सोचा पंजाबी बंदे दा brand है fast and up. How it got created है ना? ओए जल्दी पुत्र उठते आ जल्दी.
Jaldi utte hai.
Come on. जल्दी ऊपर आओ.
Jaldi means
Fast and up.
Fast enough.
तो ऐसे create होगा ये brand.
No,
So
it
let me
was-
say this on camera. Surprisingly, last 5 days have been with a lot of Punjabis. I was in Chandigarh a few days back, 7-8 days back. We are 2 Maharashtrians here and 3 Punjabis here again. 2 days back, I had an inspiring conversation session recorded with a guy called Tarun Anand, again a Punjabi. So it's all about everything is now currently fast enough.
Absolutely.
Lovely guys. So that was a brilliant conversation. That is the table talks at Sante. Conversations over food can mean a lot of positive development and growth. In fact, he just mentioned about a couple of breakfast and lunches and dinners, which translated into a business which does 500 crores of turnover in India. That's fast enough. A product which is there in my home, my daughter, my wife, I am also having it and I was not aware about it, but my wife was fully aware about it. So congratulations on that, and such beautiful insights from the brilliantly experienced people who have been there, done that, showing all the right signs in the right directions to building the right structures of the country, to making sure that country is fast enough. And of course, the infrastructure is going to be built by organizations like NCCC.
And
So
bridging
what
the gap right now.
And yes, bridging the gap right now. And what a pleasant evening together, and over soulful, good food. Good for the soul, good for the mind, good for the body, and lots of happiness on the table. Thank you so much for being a part of the table talks at Sante. Thank you.
Thank you very, very
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening.
Part of this creative initiative.
The pleasure is all
Thank you,
mine.
Rajesh.
Pleasure is all mine.
No, Spa Cuisine.
Yeah, the
That's
statement is
best.
simple. Eat well,
हाँ.
feel well, and live
Live
well.
well.
आगे मत बोलना कुछ.
Thank you guys.